Good evening, Lion Nation, and welcome into Stanley Jensen Stadium on the banks of Watauga Creek as our Prattville Lions play host to regional foe, the Enterprise Wildcats, coached by David Faulkner. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by the best broadcast team with an amateur status. We got the Millser at Master Control. Our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, is down on the field. And by my side is the only man authorized to drive on driveways and park on parkways, Mr. Chip Powell. Chip, it's only game 4, but already a lot riding on this game as far as playoff postseason hopes go.
No doubt about it. Big area game, and of course, Prattville Enterprise. That's all you got to say, man. This has always been a huge rival. We weren't always in the same region, but most of the years we were. It's always just good to it's always seems to be a very competitive game. Of course, this is huge. I mean, this I wouldn't say eliminate, but the loser of this game is going to be very difficult to make the playoffs.
Both teams already with one regional loss. Prattville takes a shot last week against Phoenix City, and Enterprise falls last week to an improved Smith Station team. So this is really, like you said, not a make or break, but it's awfully close to it if you want to have any hopes of playing beyond the last regular season game.
Yeah, no doubt. Smith Station, that was kind of a shock across the state to see Smith Station beat Enterprise, but Smith Station has got a new coach, a guy, he's a former teammate of mine at Auburn. He's a good guy, good offensive line guy type coach, real, in your face, motivational, and he's got that program. It looks like headed in the right direction. They've always had good athletes, but now they got some good coaching.
Let's take it down to the sidelines as the Prattville Lions marching band leads us in the playing of the national anthem, followed by an invocation.
Please remain standing while we have a student-led prayer by SGA chaplain Bailey Wilson.
Please bow your heads. Dear God, thank you for bringing us all safely here tonight to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Tonight we would like to honor those who have fought for our country and those who are currently fighting. We ask for you to keep your hands over their families and loved ones as they continue to fight for our freedom. If it wasn't for their bravery, we wouldn't be present here tonight. With that being said, we are so very thankful for their services and to the freedoms we have. And we ask all these things in your wonderful and mighty name. Amen.
Now that's how you get a football game started. We're about 6.5 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game, and we're going to step aside for 2 minutes and pay some bills. And when we come back, we'll visit with Steak and Shake Southern reporter Coach Donnie Burnett, who had an awesome night with the junior high last night when Prattville Lions football continues after these words.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Lanham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions quarterback club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit, credit, credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Donnie Burnett, who's got a special guest with him.
Hello.
There he is.
Hey, you got to flip that switch up
Hey,
there,
man, you just talk and we'll take care of it.
You know what? I always talk. Y'all just turn it on when I can talk. Hey, do you remember it was like 112 degrees down here last week?
Yes, sir.
84 right now.
Wow.
84.
Fallish.
And it's really cool. But, hey, I have a special visitor tonight. The former intern, Hannah Cooper, who has now made her debut ESPN. She is where I want to be, and she's just a kid.
Another
Hannah,
one of our great interns
Hannah,
who's gone on to great things.
Another great intern. I'll tell you another story about another intern I had later on today.
Well, hey, guys, very excited to be back at my alma mater tonight, very proudly representing y'all down at Troy University, but really great to be back, proud to be a Prattville Lion, and so really excited to be back down on the sideline with Coach Donnie. After giving me just a great opportunity to learn from him when I was in high school. I owe a lot of my successes now to him, and so just very, very excited to be back with y'all tonight.
How about that?
Donnie, she sounds awesome.
Here's that 20 I told you for saying all of that. But,
that sounds like she has actually harnessed that craft.
It almost sounded like that was scripted, didn't it?
She's got a great voice.
She has a great voice, and what's really cool about Hannah is my text beams, and I look down at it, and it's like Hannah C. I'm like, hey, Hannah. And she's like, hey, do you have ESPN3? And I went, yeah. She goes, turn it on. There she is, sitting at the table, calling Troy volleyball.
Bam.
Unbelievable. So, anyway, hey, I don't know if y'all know, but we have another special guest out here for the coin toss tonight, Carly Carr from the Symmetrical Tour.
And the Symmetrical Tour is?
At the RTJ playing golf this week.
I'm letting you elaborate on that.
All right. Well,
Sounded like a gymnastics meet.
Not a gymnastics meet, but a golf tournament.
Engineering tournament.
Hey, that's it. So, anyway, well, hey, we're going to go out with the captains and the coin toss and everything else. So, you guys sit tight for a few minutes.
All righty.
Y'all talk about something. You're
Speaking
good at that.
of captains, there they are for the Lions.
Yeah, we got Zach Bruner and is that P. Ryan or is that Smith?
That would be P. Ryan, number 4.
Ryan. Hedgecock and Garland. Garland's an interesting character. Jordan Garland from Germany, wide receiver.
You know, I will be missing a game in about 2 weeks because I will be in.
All right. Have y'all got Enterprises captains yet?
I see them over there. They're in white and navy.
That's them.
They look large.
You're gonna have a hard time with that number tonight, Will.
92, Noah Hamilton.
92 and 78.
78 would be from parts unknown.
It'll be Chris Sideline. 6'3", 232-pound offensive lineman. Let's listen in.
Introduce yourself. Championship this weekend is free, so come out.
Chip, you might know who her husband is.
Who's that?
Her husband is Quindarius Carr.
Ah, no.
Right here with us, okay? Let's have you got anything to say it to your own team players, okay? That's heads, that's tails. That's heads, that's tails. She will flip it. If she drops it, she will redo it.
Okay, ready?
Heads.
We got to flip it again.
Hey, we're going to flip it again. I don't think the rules were quite explained.
We got a good
tails,
toss.
right? What you gonna do? You gonna defer, right?
Yeah, he was tails.
The Lions have won
Hey,
the toss.
guess what?
They will defer.
We got it all figured out.
Why don't
So-
you tell us? That'd be
Well,
great.
hey, how about this? Prattville won the toss because, well, we dropped the coin and she had to flip it again, and so she called it. And long story short, we deferred. We'll get the ball to start the second half.
I like the way you talk.
There we go.
Hey, Chip, how did you get to the ball game tonight?
Yeah, man, I forgot to mention that. Man, and speaking of that, we got Brent Stevens from Brubaker Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram coming tonight at halftime to speak to us. But tonight, instead of a Ram, I got a Jeep Wrangler in a Sahara four-door. It is unbelievable. The only reason I knew I was in a Jeep driving it because all the Jeep people are waving at me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm in a Jeep. It's the nicest. I mean, I've got an 05 Jeep, and it's a Jeep. This thing is like a car. It is so nice. You need to go by and check them out, and we've got that one down. It's a 2018 Sahara model back behind the press box.
Pretty sharp.
Bright orange. I call it Husqvarna orange.
Husqvarna
Yeah.
orange, exactly.
But it is so nice. Leather interior, screen. It's got a rear view camera. I mean, the best stereo I've heard in one of the vehicles. Oh, it is nice. Y'all will hear it tonight when we go up to Los Mayas.
Los Mayas after the game tonight.
One of those places. Anyway. But it's very nice. We'll talk about it throughout the game.
Named for the ancient Mexican Indian tribe, the Mayan Indians, Los Mayas.
That's what I was thinking it was about.
Well, Prattville's going to kick off tonight. From our right to our left, for you folks listening at home on Dixie Country or in your car tonight, Enterprise in the road whites, navy trim, with the classic navy helmet with the numeral on the helmet. Prattville, of course, in their home Cardinals, the best-looking uniform in all of high school football.
And you know what we know about Enterprise, they're traditionally a spread-type team, but they got a running back that likes to smash it. He's a big, solid guy.
No doubt. Trey Robinson, 5'9", 227.
Quarterback,
Big kid.
Yeah, and the quarterback looks solid, but nothing that I think we've faced in the past. But their kicking game, Enterprise, got a very good kicking game. So we'll see what we can do.
P. Ryan, speaking of kicking game, sets to kick this one off for the Lions. He kicks it and then underway, and this ball is sailing high end over end into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. No return. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Prattville Lions Football Network.
WDXX, Selma, Prattville, home of Riverbank and Truck. Our service runs deep.
Thornton loads a shotgun for Enterprise on first down, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Opening possession of the game. And here's a rollout to the left. He gets the pitch out to his running back before he takes a big hit, but the running back is pushed out of bounds along the far boundary. Maurice Hicks on the carry. May have lost a yard on the play, Chip.
Yeah, Rodney Thompson came firing in from his end spot and made the quarterback pitch early, so it allowed our guys to get out there and pursued and great angles. Good job by that whole right side. I believe the corner on that side, I can't pick up the number, made one of the stops.
Now we see their big man Robinson checking into the backfield. Thornton from the shotgun again on 2nd and 11. Reverse play and a lot of room to run now for Hicks this time. And he trips and falls at the 25-yard line. Great open field tackle that time by Brandon Butts. Turned a potential big gain into a meager 5-yard
Listen, he fooled everybody on the whole team, but Brandon Butts, the backside corner, did a great job of staying in his zone, staying in the area, and then you also had Mason Taylor running him down from the backside. Great job by Brandon Butts. That might have been a long, long gain, and a good call by the Enterprise coaching staff.
Here comes 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats from their own 26-yard line. 11:20 to play, opening quarter, opening possession here. Lions looking to force a 3-and-out. It's 3rd down and 5 as Thornton loads a shotgun. 4 receivers in the set, 3 to the far side. He's going to give this one off to his running back, and he is hitting the backfield at the line of scrimmage and dropped for maybe a yard gain on the play. That's the big man, Trey Robinson, but he was no match for Prattville's defensive front.
Willie Willis came up from his defensive end / outside linebacker position and made the tackle. You know, Willie is just a junior, listed at 6 foot 230. Good-looking prospect right there, and a great play by him there.
Like the way he held that in there.
Yes.
So a punting situation for the Wildcats as B.B. Butts goes back to his own 34-yard line, plants his heels there, awaiting the punt from the Enterprise Wildcats.
Like I said, we're very impressed with Enterprise kicking game. The punter got most of his punts in pregame to turnovers, spirals, long kicks.
And the punter is the quarterback, Joseph Thornton. He pulls double duty here, and here's a bad punt. Shank, just as you said it, Chip, he shanks it out of bounds at the Prattville the Enterprise 32-yard line. They're going to mark it out of bounds at the 45.
There's no way
that cannot be right.
They're going down. Yeah.
Okay. Say what? No way.
No, they're not either.
Oh.
There's no way that went out.
Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett, who was right there.
I thought it was on about the, I don't say 38-ish maybe, but I didn't think it was here. But, hey, you know what? Great field position to start our first drive.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Edwards in the backfield. Loads it up and fakes it to Powell and keeps it himself. He's got room across the 40. Edwards, open field 30. Edwards cuts it back to the middle, inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. A big run on 1st down for Trey Edwards. Puts the Lions in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19.
Boy, just a great read and pull right there by Trey. The whole entire backfield went that way, and he pulled it, went backside, and it was wide open. Good blocking along that left side front.
Lions looking to strike early. 1st and 10 from the Enterprise 19. And here's Edwards on the give. This time it is a give to Powell, and Powell drives ahead to the 19, and he's stuffed right there, but there is a flag on the play.
That usually represents a holding from that area, and I believe that's what that
You
would
are
be.
correct, sir. Holding against the Lions. You might see Prattville employing an H-back tonight.
And we have seen that's where Taylor Thompson's been lining up in an H-back position, and he's a perfect candidate for that position. But he can go out and line up in the slot and, usually get a mismatch. He's a good-looking junior, about 6'2", I believe, maybe 6'3". He's going to be a good one.
1st and 23 now from the 34. 1st and 25 now from the 34-yard line of Enterprise. Go the Lions. Here's Edwards dropping back to pass, stepping out of some pressure, rolling out to his right now. Just dumps it away, incomplete. Nothing doing there, and we've got an Enterprise Wildcat injured at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he had to do that. They were setting up the screen to this side, and it was covered. And, there's receivers open downfield, but if you throw it, it's going to be lineman downfield. And a lot of people, you could see them looking at, the running back Powell was wide open in the flats, but he was beyond the line of scrimmage. So good job by Trey pulling up, throwing that one in the dirt.
And Lion Nation football is powered by Brubaker of Prattville, built Ram tough and Prattville strong, and by AutoSave Tire and Automotive, where Billy Lynham is committed to the best service and the best price. And he's also had a grand opening last week of a new Autauga off-road, right?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go because we were headed over to the plains kind of early, so I didn't get a chance to go. But I was going to try to get by there this week. Hadn't been able to do that either, but understand it was a successful opening, and you got to be excited about what they offer there. Just from suspensions to body lifts to bigger rims and tires to all the accessories from toolboxes to push bars and step bars, and it just, you name it, they got it, and they put it on right there at AutoSave Automotive and Tire right there in Prattville.
Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, who's down there near the injured Enterprise player.
Yeah, look, he tried to plant, I believe, and I don't know. I'm just going to say hyperextended from what it looked like, but he is walking very gingerly off the field.
I want to say something while we got a second, because I think all of y'all agree. Probably the most loyal listener we've had forever is Jessica Cox. She's listening tonight. I know y'all know that already, but
that's an
just want to
understood
say
thing.
Hello to Jessica. I'm glad you're listening. We love you, girl.
3rd and 24 for the Lions from the Enterprise 34, and here's a give to Powell up the middle across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Gets some of it back, but it's still a 3rd and forever coming up for the Lions. It's going to be 3rd down and about 20 to go from the 29-yard line. 9:44 to play in the opening quarter. No score so far. Prattville in Enterprise territory in the opening drive that began at the Enterprise 45, courtesy of a bad punt. Here's Edwards loading the shotgun. Got some protection. Now stepping out of it, looking for somebody to throw to. Nobody's busting open yet. Edwards is going to have to make a run for it. And he makes one man miss along the boundary and gets almost back to the original line of scrimmage at 19. He's down at the 24. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 15 to go for the first down. The line to make is the 9, and we're at the 24 of Enterprise. This could be a situation where P. Ryan comes on. This is within his range.
It looks like Kramer's in the game for Trey, but I don't see P. Ryan, so it looks like we may be throwing this one in the end zone here. Let's see what we do.
Kyle Kramer is in at quarterback right now. We got trips stacked to the far side of the field, one receiver to the near side. Kramer drops back to pass. Looking downfield, stepping up out of pressure, but won't evade it. He's going down at the 32-yard line. Unfortunate turnover on downs for the Lions. Enterprise takes over at their own 32-yard line.
That situation, you got to throw it. You can't even let pressure get to you. You just got to throw it up. It's 4th and forever.
Good as a
throw
punt.
it in the end zone anyway. So that's just a younger guy that's hadn't had all the experience yet. He'll learn that, but he stepped up into the pocket. Instead of doing that, he should have just let it go. But just trying to make a play, but he'll learn from that.
Defense back on the field for Prattville. Enterprise 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Joseph Thornton lines up at quarterback from the shotgun. He'll have 2 receivers to either side of the field. He'll have Hicks flanking him to the right. Looks to the sideline, looking for the call he likes. He's got it now. He's got the snap. He's looking to pass. Those across the middle. And it is intercepted. Intercepted by Brandon Butts. Oh, is that,
No.
That's not Butts. It's
6.
whoever it is. It's 6. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. Pick 6 for Prattville. And, hey, if the offense don't do it, the defense will.
Looks like Marlon Brantley.
Marlon Brantley Jr.
Hold on a minute. I can't tell if that's 2 or 9 or 8. It may be Trey Thompson.
Let's go to our Steak and Shake silent reporter for a number.
That'd be number 8.
That would be Trey Thompson. Trey Thompson, pick 6.
But we had a flag over here on the sideline. So here comes your call from the official.
A celebration penalty?
Nope. Guess again.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning, and it wasn't me this time.
Oh, good. Good.
So, anyway, count to 6, and
That'll
we're going to
get the
kick it
offense
now.
juiced.
Wow, they just sat on that. We disguised what we were doing. It looked like we were man up, and then we sent a safety deep, and then it looked like we did man up on the corner and a safety with Trey Thompson.
This is the second consecutive year we've had a pick 6 against Enterprise.
Yeah.
Brandon Butts had one last year.
Yes,
Same
sure
kind of play.
Yeah.
P. Ryan on for the point after. Kramer to snap. Van Coor to hold. Now we're going to call a timeout.
Missing a player.
Missing a player.
Somebody's going to get some serious trouble right here.
Somebody needs to go run and hide right now.
And I think I see the culprit. I won't mention his number or name, but, you know.
No, he knows who he is.
That happens when you have a quick turnover, pick 6 or something like that. One guy's not paying attention, but he will do it next time, Donnie, what do you think?
We're going to bring on one of our interns now named Michael, who I don't even know his last name. What's your last name, Michael?
Edwards, actually.
Michael Edwards. So anything you say now can and will be held against you. Michael Edwards has an important announcement for all the Lion Nation right now.
So right now we have the Otago County Fair that's actually going to start from the 9th of this October to the 13th. There's going to be different interesting events going out. There's rides for all types of family-friendly stuff. We'll have actually the Prattville band playing on the stage there.
Heard of them?
Obviously. We'll have different beauty pageants actually happening, which no, I will not be participating in.
That's good for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Hold that thought, Michael. We got the point after coming up from Top P. Ryan. Hold from Van Coor is good. The snap is good. And into the Lynn Norris All-State field goal nets. It's good. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back and talk more about the fair. Lions lead 7-0. 8:34 to play in the first quarter. And we'll be right back after this 30-second break.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 7-0 is your score. Your Sport Clips most valuable play the scoring drive was a 20-yard interception return for 6 by Trey Thompson. P. Ryan to kick this one off again. This one's going to sail into the end zone, and as it does, I want to just tell you, there's no appointment needed at Sport Clips. The experience includes a legendary hot steam towel, precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, all at Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. Anyway, Michael, go ahead. You got 30 seconds, maybe less.
Only 30 seconds?
Maybe less now. You're losing it.
You're losing it.
But yeah, there's just there's a lot of different fun activities for people to come and do, and we're really excited for it to start this year and get everybody out. And
we'll talk more about it when we have a little break here. As Thornton lines up his troops for the Wildcats from their 20. Hands off to Robinson. Robinson's got room across the 30, 35, 37, and he's down, tripped up by the Prattville secondary.
Looked like Skylar Henderson.
Skylar Henderson, our Buffalo Rock Player of the Week last week.
Skylar did a good job on that play because he had a wide opening, and that's a big man to hit in the open field. So good,
Certainly
good
is.
Open field tackle there.
1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 38-yard line. 2 to play, and here's Robinson again with the carry. This time he's hit at the line, but he bulls his head forward out to the 44-yard line, picks up 6 after stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That's a big body, Chip.
Yeah, we talked about how David Faulkner, who was an assistant here at Prattville years ago, is a spread guy, and he's lining up in the spread, but he's gonna smash mouth it tonight, I believe.
Here on 2nd and 4, Robinson again with the carry, and he's going to get across the 45 out to the 46-yard line. Short of the first down by about 1.5 yards, maybe a yard.
That time Rodney Thompson stuck him really good, but shows you how strong Robinson is. He just bowled over Rodney. Now, Rodney is not a thick guy. He's about a 6'3", 220, 230-pound guy, and Robinson looks more like about 5'10", 230,
yeah.
But pretty solid running back.
And we've got another timeout on the field. Prattville calls a timeout. Couldn't get the personnel on and off. And we're going to take a 1-minute break as they take their timeout. 7:32 to play. Opening quarter. Prattville 7, Enterprise 0. Lions football continues after these words.
It's a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
It's always a better buy at Brubaker.
Hey, this is Mike Cruz at Brubaker of Prattville. Come see us, all Jeep Wranglers, JK and the all-new JL at invoice pricing. That's up to $4,000 off on a Jeep Wrangler. Come see us at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
Down in 1 for the Wildcats from their own 46-yard line. And a Wildcat snap to Robinson. He's going to get his first down across the 50 to the Prattville 49-yard line.
Does that get confusing when the Wildcats run the Wildcat formation?
I don't know. When the Wildcats run the Wildcat, it's pretty wild.
That's got to be even confusing for their radio crew.
And they're professionals.
Yeah, that's right.
1st and 10 Enterprise from the 50. 7:25 to play opening quarter. Here's Thornton again for the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Hicks checks in the game to give Robinson a breather. And we've got a flag on the field.
They're saying there's too many Prattville kids out there. But he may be miscounted. No, he's okay. He said no, he's miscounted.
Well, pick your flag up.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
He's got it. He's got it now.
There is no flag on the play.
Let's try again. 1st and 10 from the 50 for Enterprise. After vindication for the defense. Thornton lines up 2 receivers to either side. He'll line up Hicks to his left. Waiting for the snap. He's got it now, and he hands it off to Hicks, and Hicks is stuffed at the line.
Stick.
And he goes down
Bruner.
for no gain. Bruner on the hit, and it was a bruising hit.
Tell you what, I like the play of Zach Bruner and Mason Taylor and Jacob Hyde. Those linebackers are pretty good.
They are pretty good.
They come up and they stick, and they keep them rotated in. Bruner makes a fantastic hit and comes out of the game. That just tells you how loaded we are at linebacker.
2nd and 10 Wildcats from the 50. Thornton looks again to the sideline. He's got 19 on the play clock. Plenty of time here. Hicks remains in the game after that big hit from Bruner. 4 receivers set for Thornton. He's got it and drops back to pass. Steps up and throws across the middle. hit and dropped at the 47-yard line is number 7, Jaquez Shields. Shook off one line defender, but couldn't check off the second and third.
I believe it was maybe Skylar Henderson that came in to finish him off, or could have also been Trey Thompson.
3rd down and 7 now for the Wildcats from the Lions' 47-yard line. Rolling under 6 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Lions on top 7-zip and looking to stop them right here as Thornton spreads it wide once again. This time a max protect package. He drops back to pass, looking downfield, now firing across the middle. It is complete in the wide open space to number 6, Josh McCray, and he's going to score. Touchdown. He got behind the whole defense, Yep.
Blown coverage there. Somebody didn't get middle responsibility or hash one, but we'll probably find out real quick who did that. But a safety didn't, and a lot of times when you're very aggressive and you have that pick six, on short routes, they're going to expose you on something. They expose us there with being very, very aggressive on our safeties. And at that juncture, right, somebody came up a little too aggressive, and it was wide open. There was nobody near him.
Hunter Perry on for the extra point for the Wildcats with 5:46 to play in the opening quarter. The Wildcats look to even it up, and they do. It's 7-7. Prattville and Enterprise. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words. That's got to really bug you when that happens.
The formation for the Lions will be Malik Smith and Benny Butts.
7-7 your score as we welcome you back into Stanley Jensen Stadium. Enterprise strikes back on a 40-yard touchdown pass. And they've evened it up here 7-all as they prepare to kick off. Hunter Perry to kick off to us. Malik Smith and then Brandon Butts back deep for the Lions. And this is going to be a short kick, and it's going to be fielded by Butts at the 20-yard, Malik at the 20-yard line. Out to the 27-yard line before he's stopped. Ball comes out, but it does go out of bounds harmlessly. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
I almost got that. I started to jump on the ball, but Hannah grabbed me, and I didn't go.
Right on it.
Connie, what did you see in that breakdown in the secondary there?
It was almost like last week. I thought I had help back there, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you don't get that open. Somebody missed a call, or we just forgot about him. I don't know. Y'all go ahead. Never mind.
1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 27-yard line. Here's Thompson looking to pass. Spreads the field out wide and just throws it up for grabs. And Thompson comes down with it at the 35-yard line to the 37. Check that. It wasn't up for grabs. He saw him as he was going down and got it to Taylor Thompson for a 9-yard pickup, maybe 10.
Yeah, good job by Trey there. He was certainly going to be sacked for a good loss and had his head up. And Taylor broke open. Good job right there.
Turns a sack into a 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their 38. And here is a give to Powell around the left side. And he gets across.
I talked to a couple coaches last week from Central Phoenix City, and they said, that although the game was really not any danger of losing, they did say that Central played their most complete game, almost penalty-free. Said one of their best games. So if there's one positive sign, that's it.
Here's a give to Ja'Carrion Willis, and he gets to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3rd down and 6 now coming up for the Lions at their own 42-yard line. Offense not doing much against this Enterprise defense thus far. They've moved to 1 first down in the first quarter, and that is, 3 first downs in the first quarter, and that is all. They're looking to stay on the field here. 3rd down and a long 5.
We've seen Coach Malone, the offensive coordinator, run a lot of screens. This is an ideal time to run one. We haven't seen a middle screen, but so far Enterprise has defended them.
Edwards from the shotgun. Looks to pass, looks downfield under pressure, and steps out of treble, steps out of it again, still on his feet, now fires complete to Thompson. Another great catch by Taylor Thompson, still on his feet across the 50 to the 45-yard line of Enterprise. Running for his life was Trey Edwards and just kept his head up and found Taylor Thompson, and now we've got a flag on the field after the play back at the Enterprise 42-yard line.
Trey just made an outstanding, broke several tackles. We kept thinking he was going down, and then he has the presence to find Taylor Thompson again. And you got to give Taylor Thompson credit for staying in his or going off of his route, but staying alert enough to get open to have somebody there. But it's going to be brought back, it looks like.
Looks like it's coming back. Yeah. No signal yet. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter who probably knows what's happened already.
Holding against the Lions. Had to be an interior lineman, but I don't know.
It looked like it was thrown late.
It was thrown back at the Enterprise 42. And they're going to mark it all the way back to the Prattville 46. Interesting. Well, it brings up 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2 from the Prattville 46-yard line. Bad break, but got a chance to keep the drive alive right here on 3rd and 2. As the Lions will go with a bunch set with one receiver to either side. Edwards looks to the sideline for a new call. He's got what he likes now. Eases back in there. He's got Willis, Jakarian Willis flanked to the left of him. Check that, it's Powell, and Edwards is going to keep it. He's got his 1st down and more across the 45 down to the Enterprise 41-yard line, loses his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play as Kramer checks in. 1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 41-yard line, 3:36 to play. Opening quarter, 7-7 is your score.
I tell you what, Trey's having a fantastic game. Great run right there as he ran through the safety, and that's what caused his helmet to come off.
Kramer, now your quarterback, loads the shotgun and gives it off to Powell. Powell across the 40, dragged down by his jersey at the 34-yard line of Enterprise. A nice 6-yard pickup, 7-yard pickup for Powell.
You got to like the way this young sophomore is running, Powell. He's going to be a good one, and he's had a good game so far tonight.
And the other sophomore, Jakarian Willis, now checking in, number 21 for Powell. 2nd down and 3 for the Lions from the Enterprise 34-yard line as you roll under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. 3 receivers now to the far side. Kramer picks one out and hits him at the 35-yard line, cuts it back inside to the 25. It's McCrary. Picks up the Prattville 1st down all the way down to the Enterprise 25-yard line.
Yeah, good blocks out there by Thompson and Smith out there. And we haven't really given any credit to that offensive line. We need to talk about those guys because they're doing a great job tonight so far, opening up holes for Powell and Trey.
1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 25. That bunch of wide receivers trips to the far side now. Edwards throws it over that direction. He's got Jordan Garland. Garland puts his head down at the 25 and bears down to the 21-yard line. Pick up 4 yards right there for Jordan Garland. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Lions at the 21-yard line. Check that, 2nd and 7 from the 22. 2:21 to play, opening quarter, clock on the move. 7-7 is your score between Prattville and the Enterprise Wildcats. But the Lions moving closer to that red zone now as Edwards calls his own number again. He gets across the 20 down to the 19-yard line to the 18-yard line.
We know, Will, with the success of Powell getting the ball on the outside and running it, that helps Trey so much when he pulls it out of his arms and takes it up in there and just makes that correct read. It opens up those holes. And so the more successful Powell gets, the more Trey will get that opportunity to be successful as well.
No doubt. Altarius Bates now checks in the ball game. He'll settle in that far flank. 3rd down and 4 for the Lions from the 19. Edwards drops back, looking to pass. Under some pressure now, steps out of it. Still looking. Now he's going to direct traffic and take his own number. He's got his 1st down across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Lions on the feet of Trey Edwards.
Boy, what a smart play by Trey. There was a guy open, but there was a defender flying to that area, and Trey would have thrown it. I don't know if he'd have been able to get enough on it to get it there before the defender, but great job in holding that defender and was allowed him to run and pick up the 1st down. But Trey's been flawless tonight.
No doubt about it. 1st and 10 Lions back in the Enterprise red zone at the 15-yard line. 2nd trip into the red zone tonight. Looking to convert this into some points. 1:16 to play in the opening quarter. 7-all. As Thompson comes in motion, Edwards gives it off to Willis. Following Taylor Thompson across the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
I think that's Powell again. Let's see. Yes. Powell again. But just running behind that offensive line, led mainly that time by Carson Hughes, number 70.
2nd and 8 for the Lions from the 13-yard line of Enterprise. 44 seconds and counting remaining in this opening quarter. All sevens as Edwards loads a shotgun with an empty backfield. Going to flood the secondary, and he's going to keep it himself across the 10. Edwards darts in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Trey Edwards from 13 yards out. Put the Lions back on top 13-7. And Trey Edwards is having a great game with his legs so far tonight.
Man, no doubt.
And his arm.
Running right behind that right offensive line led by number 70, Carson Hughes. Also, Brett Cook at center. And get that other number. But that right side opened up a huge hole right there for Trey. And he did a great job. Made a man miss about the 2-yard line and eased on into the end zone.
Tylen P. right on for the point after him. Van Core picks up the snap.
Oh,
and it is blocked. Extra point attempt is blocked and no good.
He's going to run him down, though. Look, he's going to run him down.
He's going to run him down, but it does not matter.
Yeah.
There's no this is not the NCAA. So
yeah.
13-7 is your score. 31 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Lions on top. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
You need a truck. You got to have a truck. The best selection of previously owned trucks in Central Alabama is at Auto X of Prattville on South Memorial Drive. At Auto X of Prattville, they have Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverados, great selection of Ram Top trucks, great selection of Jeep Wranglers, and the best selection of SUVs in Central Alabama. Go to their website at autoxofprattville.com or follow on Facebook. Give them a call at 491-1045. That's 491-1045.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 13-7, Lions on top, courtesy of a 13-yard run into the end zone by quarterback Trey Edwards. P. Ryan to kick this one off. And this one's going to be received at the goal line and brought out to the 10, 15, 20-yard line. Your most valuable play of the last scoring drive was a 13-yard run by Trey Edwards. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The Sport Clips MVP experience includes a precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and the legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in front of Prattville, in front of Prattville's Target on Legends Parkway. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Good talking to you.
All right, bye.
He's a man of few words. Those broadcast classes are really paying off. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats now from their own 26-yard line. 19 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and here's a give to Robinson once again. This time he's going to be taken down at the 29-yard line after a 3-yard pickup.
Zach Bruner again on the tackle for the Lions from his linebacker spot.
And that's going to take us into the quarter most likely as we tick under 5 seconds, 4, now 3. They won't run another play. First quarter is in the books. Your score, Prattville 13, Enterprise 7. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest black light party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
It's always a better buy at Brubaker.
Hey, this is Mike Cruz at Brubaker of Prattville. Come see us, all Jeep Wranglers, JK and the all-new JL at invoice pricing. That's up to $4,000 off on a Jeep Wrangler. Come see us at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Second quarter about to get underway. 13-7 is your score. Prattville on top. Do want to make one correction for you. Drew Hedgecock is the holder tonight. Normally it's Van Core, but tonight it is number 84, Drew Hedgecock, doing the holding duties. And right now it's 2nd and 8 Enterprise from their own 30-yard line. Thornton looking to pass on first down, tries to set up the screen. He's got it out to the 35, 40, 45, 50, cuts it back upfield. Big run for Enterprise all the way down to the Prattville 39-yard line.
Just a screen to the Enterprise sidelines, and I thought he overthrew the running back, but he caught it in stride, and, man, we didn't have anybody there. Just
Trey Robinson again.
Yeah. Man, that was a good play by the Enterprise offense.
1st and 10 now for the Wildcats from the Prattville 39-yard line. Line's on top 13-7, and we got a late defensive lineman coming in. I hope he gets there in time. Thornton drops the pass, looking to throw downfield. He's got a man down there in coverage. Broken up at the 5-yard line. Great pass protection. Great coverage out there. Is that
Brandon Butts?
Brandon Butts. I thought that was Butts over there.
That receiver for them, I guess if I can get his number, is at least a foot taller than Brandon.
He is about 7'6", I think.
It was a good throw by their quarterback. Just Brandon was in his hip pocket and did a good job. Number 10 is who's listed. Let's see what 6'2". Of course, Brandon is only about 5'6", so that makes about a foot.
2nd and 10 now. That's right for the Wildcats.
Half a foot.
At the Prattville 39-yard line, and here's Thornton again. This time he's going to keep it, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage for maybe a yard gain, maybe less. Prattville defensive front plugging the holes there, and the play fails to gain. It is now 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats from the line's 39-yard line.
We haven't talked about, but is Chris Bozeman still out?
I've heard he'll be available in limited reps tonight.
Well, we're going to certainly need that young man. He is a stalwart on that defensive front.
3rd and 10 from the 39 go the Wildcats. In Lions territory, Thornton looks to pass. Still looking, got time. Now fires downfield, incomplete at the 26-yard line.
Great job, Zach Bruner, picking up the back on the wheel route out of the backfield. That's a tough thing to cover for linebackers, and he was right there with him, and the quarterback just kind of threw it away, really. Zach was in his hip pocket. Zach Bruner's had an outstanding game.
Yes, he has.
Tonight, too.
No doubt. 4th and 10 now coming up for the Wildcats, and it looks like they will elect to punt this one away. Or perhaps not. There. I do not see a.
They're in a.
There comes the punter.
Okay.
He comes onto the field at the last second there. He's heels down at his own 47. B.B. Butts back at his own 10.
Now, this is a different punter.
This is Hunter Peak, I believe. Gets this punt away, wobbly spiral that's going to take a hop into the end zone. Touchback for the Lions. Let's take it down to our sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Yeah, that is a different punter because the quarterback was the other punter.
That's
and
right.
They were working on pregame, hitting that thing in the corner, and I just lost money because I said, I bet he's going to kick it over here in the corner. But anyway, hey, to answer your question about Chris Bozeman, Chris is down here in shorts tonight, so he will be very limited.
Yeah, he is limited.
Yeah, he'll be very limited with his playing time tonight.
I wouldn't play in shorts.
Hey, Donnie,
I wouldn't either.
Did you get a cheeseburger tonight?
Man, did I, finally.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, it was good, too, let me tell you. I actually did the first interview while I was interviewing Hannah eating the cheeseburger.
From your Steak and Shake.
Thank
right
you,
here,
Justin.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake. You almost got fired tonight, buddy.
Hey, he was mad because they got him done too late or something. It was not his fault.
What a great guy, Justin Chappelle. Kyle Kramer on first down, a quick pitch to the inside to Malik Smith, and Smith turns it up to the 30-yard line and out of bounds along the Prattville boundary at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup from Malik and a first down.
It's kind of a little reverse or jet sweep. I didn't see exactly. I think it was reverse, but he well, you got to get the ball in his hands. He's just on a different speed level than everybody out here.
That's right.
If we can get it to him more often, I think we can see some big things.
McCreary now checks in at wide receiver. Malik on the far side, McCreary on the near side. Malik in the flank, in the slot, I should say. 1st and 10 for the Lions from 31. They're on 31, and here's a give to Powell with nowhere to go, and he is stopped for no gain on the play.
Yeah, that Enterprise left side just did a good job that time with a lot flooding that area over there and just kind of blew through the line, and Powell had nowhere to go.
Clock on the move. Clock on the move at 10:18 to play in the opening half. 13-7, Prattville on top. Prattville now with a 2nd and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Kyle Kramer on the field as your quarterback at the moment. He's going to send McCreary in motion and drop back to pass. Looking downfield, still looking, got time. Now throws it over the middle. Throws it high for Bates. Incomplete. Incomplete at the 42-yard line.
That was just great coverage by the secondary. We had 2 people out in routes, and they double covered both of them. So just a good job by the Enterprise secondary there.
3rd down and 10 now for the Lions. Clock stopped at 9:57. 3rd down and 10 from our 31-yard line. Here's Kramer once again. 3 receivers in the set. Looks to pass. Now throws it complete to Thompson at the 41-yard line. He's going to be very close to the first down yardage. I believe he'll have it.
He has it.
Yes, he does. Taylor Thompson racking up the catches tonight.
Well, he is, and that was a great throw right there by Kramer. He threw a bullet right there, and Taylor did a good job getting in and picking up the first down.
1st and 10 Lions. They move the chains to their own 42-yard line. They lead 13-7. Botched extra point is the reason there's not 14. Now we've got motion called against the Lions. Was this from the previous play? Because let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Johnny Burnett, because I'm sure he knows exactly what's happened here.
Yeah. No, he just quit because I've been trying to tell y'all there's a flag on the field, but nobody would listen to me. But anyway, watch the white hat. He's going to tell you what happened.
Okay, there we go.
All right, then. So the 1st and 10 is negated by 1st and 15. I don't think anybody on the field saw it because the line, the chain gang had already moved and everything. Now it's 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 for the Lions.
Or 1st and 10. I think everybody's confused.
It's definitely 3rd and 15. The chains say 1st and 10 from the 26. It's actually 3rd and 15 from the 26.
It's mass confusion right here.
There's cats and dogs living together on the field.
Yeah.
It's mass hysteria.
They're moving.
They've reset. They've got what we like now.
I think you got it right, Will.
Well, there's one time. 3rd and 15 for the Lions from the 26. The great pitch and catch from Kramer to Thompson, negated by a motion call. And once everybody walks to their position, we'll be ready to start up again. Not all at once, guys.
Yes, here we go.
Now, they've got what they like. 3rd and 15 from our 26. Here we go. Kramer with 2 receivers to either side of the field. You got a running back flank to his left. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking downfield, still looking. Got some time now, throwing it deep. He's got Malik down there, and Malik makes the catch at the 35-yard line, and he's tripped up at the 33. Great concentration by Malik Smith. Big catch, big gain, and a first down.
You could see Kramer wanting to throw to Malik, but he was well covered, and so he threw it in the middle of the field to make Malik break away from the hash to go in the middle, and it was a perfect throw. Malik broke right to it and was that close from taking it to the house. But great job by Kramer there.
1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 32-yard line. 13-7 the Lions lead. Looking for more as Kramer hands this one off to Willis, I should say, and here comes flags everywhere. Flags in the backfield. Probably going to be a hold. It was in the wide open spaces.
At right side offensive line for Prattville. We've been wanting to mention those guys. 66, Levi Lowry, and Carson Hughes, also the center, Brent Cook, doing a great job on this side, and we'll get to those other guys on the left side that doing well.
So Prattville works their way down close and then penalizes their way back again. It's 1st and about 21 from the Enterprise 42 as Kramer completes it to Thompson in the middle. Thompson's got room across the 30, still on his feet, stumbling to the 25, regains his composure, and picks up his first down at the 21-yard line of Enterprise.
That's that little middle screen that he comes from the slot, comes across. Matt Malone loves that play, and it is fantastic when you get the correct blocking, and that time Taylor did a good job breaking out of there and getting the first down.
No flags that time, and Enterprise is going to call a timeout. 9:22 to play in the second quarter. Prattville 13, Enterprise 7. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
34, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger. So they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
Ball spotted at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 Lions.
13-7 is your score. Prattville on top, 9:22 to play in the second quarter. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Sorry, I had to find the microphone. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot. We keep making a great play, but let's go back to the Kramer and Edwards pass. The difference in the two, Trey would have pulled that thing, started running, Kyle himself in the pocket, makes the throw. Pocket passer versus a scrambler.
We're seeing it on display tonight. 1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 22-yard line. Kramer loads a shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, and a give to Willis. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more, and that's all. Boy, the Enterprise run defense is proven tough in the middle. Not a lot doing in the middle for this Prattville running attack tonight. Lots on the outside.
Yeah, most of our success has come from the right side, with Powell gaining some very good yards. He's running the ball well tonight. Of course, when you've got Trey in there, that takes a little pressure off there because you know he can pull it. I don't think they're worried about Kramer running the ball as well as Trey.
Willis now checking in in the running back. Kramer looks to pass. Throws it up for grabs to Thompson, and Thompson makes the catch, and he drags an Enterprise Wildcat into the end zone with him. Touchdown, Prattville, to 22 yards out. Kramer to Thompson. Beautiful catch, beautiful pass, and the Lions extend their lead 19-7 over the Wildcats of Enterprise.
You know, the most exciting thing about that combination, we'll see that next year.
That's
Those
right.
guys are both juniors, but, man, he just threw that one up that's one of those 50-50 balls. And Taylor Thompson went up and got it. Great job. And then taking the guy in the end zone. Great job by Taylor Thompson. He's having a heck of a ball game tonight. That's at 6 catches?
I believe that's 6 catches.
Yeah.
Looks like an attempt to go for 2 here. Kramer trying to make it an even 21. Rolls to his right, looking to pass, and now throws to the back corner of the end zone, in and out of the hands of Jordan McCrary. Incomplete.
Oh, man.
Trying to make it an even 21. Only in football is 21 an even number. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett. Well, some technical difficulties, I guess. 8:38 to play. P. Ryan kicks this one away. Second quarter of play. This one's going to roll into the end zone. Hey, that last scoring drive was a 22-yard catch by Taylor Thompson from Kyle Kramer. That's your most valuable play of the scoring drive. From Sport Clips, no appointment needed. The legendary Sport Clips MVP treatment includes precision haircut, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips in Prattville in front of Target on Legends Parkway. 8:38 to play here in the second quarter. 19-7, Lions on top. Thornton at the quarterback for the Wildcats from their own 20-yard line loads that shotgun and empties out the backfield and throws it complete out to the 27-yard line to his receiver, number 6, Joshua McCray.
Tackled by Cisneros, coming up from his safety spot there.
Cameron Cisneros. That's a good name. Moves the chains for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 out to their own 32-yard line. Thornton brings him in tight this time. It loads a shotgun. He's got what he likes now. Looking to pass. Looking. Steps out of pressure. He's got a little time to throw. Now he's in trouble. He's going to step out of bounds out along the Prattville boundary at the 33-yard line. 1 yard on the play. Thompson chased him out of bounds there.
Yeah, good job by Rodney Thompson, and good job by the secondary. Looked like Cisneros and Quan Jones had well covered back there.
2nd and 10 now for the Wildcats from their own 32-yard line.
Ian Jackson checking in at safety for the Lions.
19-7, Prattville leads it. Enterprise with three bunched up to the far side of the field on the wide receivers and one to the near side. He's going to throw a screen out, wide receiver screen complete out to the 35 as McCray again leaps over a Prattville defender out to the 40-yard line, short of the first down marker. He's going to bring up 3rd and maybe a yard to go.
Well, good job. I couldn't come up. I don't know if that was Jacob Howard or possibly Trey Thompson over there that made the tackle to keep it from getting the first.
We've got a
first down.
Penalty.
Now we do have a first down.
There was a penalty on the play against the Lions. Let's see if our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, knows what happened down there. I didn't see a flag. Donnie, did you? We'll see if we can get him a little bit later. 8:13, clock stopped. Personal foul, face mask is the call. Now they're going to bring it back. They guess they walked off too many yards. Now they're going to walk it back to the 49 of Enterprise, where it remains first down. 1st and 10 Enterprise now from their own 49-yard line. I think they're certain about this. I believe they're certain now. Thornton with trips to the far side, trips to the near side this time. Throws it over to that wide receiver screen again. He's got it complete. This time it's going to go for a minimal gain out to the Prattville 49-yard line. A host of Prattville defenders bringing him down over there on the far side.
Like Brandon Butts and Trey Thompson on there for the tackle for the Lions.
2nd down and 8 now for the Wildcats in Prattville territory at the 49-yard line. 8:01 to play in this opening half. 19-7 is your score. Good guys on top. And here's Thornton from the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Under some pressure from Will McQuiston. Just throws it out to the near boundary. Incomplete.
He was looking for the receiver. Marlon Brantley had him well covered. He just threw that one out of bounds. The player I'm mixing up is number 6, and he's not listed on our roster at defensive back. I keep saying it was Trey Thompson. It's actually number 6. I don't know. Do you have a name for?
Well, 3rd and 8 here for the Wildcats from the Prattville 49, and they're going to call a timeout and think this one over. The only 6 I have is Jaden Kidd, but he's been a running back.
Yeah.
We're going to take a 1-minute break with 7:58 to play in the opening half. Prattville 19, Enterprise 7. We'll be back after these words.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Third and 8 Enterprise from the Prattville 49-yard line, and Thornton looking to pass again. Fires across the middle. This one's complete at the Prattville 35. Still dragging tacklers as it's McCray, and Prattville finally has to gang tackle him back at the 25-yard line. Strong run by Joshua McCray after the catch.
Hey, what, they may put that young man at running back.
Well, he's listed at running back, 6'1", 207, sophomore.
Yeah, he's a good-looking young guy there. Good run. Took several lines to get him down. Number 6 is the transfer, Wade White from Hoover.
Here's a running play to Robinson on first down for the Wildcats. And I believe the ball has come loose. Ball's come loose, and it is recovered by the Lions.
Look like Ian Jackson, young sophomore free safety coming up. I think Marcus knows that young man.
Yeah, I think they might be kin.
Looked like Ian came up with the ball.
And speaking of Marcus Jackson, we're going to have to he's got a special guest at halftime this week. It's Mayor Bill Gillespie. It's going to be interesting. Going to be an interesting interview. Make sure you stay tuned for the Marcus Jackson halftime show featuring our mayor, Bill Gillespie.
Yeah, before that, though, we've got Brent Stevens, the GM of the Brubaker Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram up here in Prattville. We're going to talk about the Jeep I'm driving tonight.
Pretty classy vehicle. First and 10 Lions from their own 26-yard line after the fumble.
Trey back in at quarterback.
Trey's back in. He's got Powell back there with him. 3 receivers to the far side, and Trey's going to keep it this time. Sneaks out of one tackler, and he's in open field, 35-40 along the Prattville boundary before he steps out of bounds. Very close to a first down. He will have it at the 42-yard line.
Well, great job right there. And then when Powell didn't get the ball, he went down and tried to get a block too. So great job by that whole offense on that play.
First and 10 for the Lions from their own 41-yard line. They lead 19-7. And here is a give to Powell, and he'll get a couple out to the 43. Maybe the 42 before they finally put the spot on him. Well, now they're going to say, 1 yard gain to the 42. Second down at 9 at the Lions' 42-yard line.
You know, that offensive line we talked about, we didn't get a chance to talk about Chris Stathopoulos and also Ethan Biddle on that offensive line, doing a great job tonight.
Trey was setting up that inside pass, and it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Deflected and knocked down by number 44, Larry Magwood, the linebacker for Enterprise. And it's 3rd and 9.
I tell you what, if you can get that, that's a middle screen that time. He looked like he was trying to throw it to Powell. If he gets it, man, it may go. And that's really, I really like Matt Malone's offense. And when we get our personnel and people we want in there as this program grows, it's really going to be good.
3rd and 9, Edwards to pass. Looking downfield, now firing. And this one is caught by McCrary at the Enterprise 49-yard line, and that'll move the chains for the Lions by the thinnest of margins.
Boy, that's a pro-style pass right there. He just sat back there and stepped out of the pocket just a little bit and fired a bullet right there to McCrary. Good job by Trey.
Well, they're going to mark him at the 49-yard line and not.
Now they get.
No, okay, now the chain gang's moving. Okay. 1st and 10 Lions at the Enterprise 49, and here is a give to Powell. Powell makes a man miss. He gets along the Prattville sideline, steps it back in. He's across the 40, down to the 36-yard line. A great run by Keandre Powell. 12-yard pickup and another Prattville first down.
And how good are we looking at running back in 2 years?
Not too shabby.
These two guys looking really good. And he just ran behind his blocker so well. And, again, we got to brag on that offense, that right side of the line, Carson Hughes at tackle over here, also with Levi Lowry at guard.
1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 36-yard line. Edwards again. This time it's a give to Willis, and he's going to go down back at the 42-yard line. Hit almost instantly as he got the ball.
Well, that time the defensive end just came across, and he was going to take the tailback no matter what. And Trey just misread that, and Jared didn't have any chance of doing anything on
That's
that.
Their big 6'4" defensive end, Hunter Welch, on the stop there. The loss is 6 yards back to the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 16 now for the Lions from the Enterprise 42. Under 6 minutes to play in the opening half. Lions lead at 19-7 and looking for more as they go three wide to the far side. And Edwards looks to pass, throws it up for grabs. He's got Thompson down there, and Thompson just off his fingertips at the 5-yard line. He almost pulled that one down for his second score of the night, but not to be.
You know, Trey saw him and saw that he might could break, and Trey put a lot of air under it.
He did.
And he just needed to put about another foot of it in there, and it would have been great. But good job right there.
he threw it where nobody could catch it but Taylor, and Taylor wasn't quite far enough to get that one, but a good throw by Trey.
3rd and 16 for the Lions now at the Enterprise 42-yard line. Here's Edwards dropping back to pass, setting up that screen, and it is off the fingertips of Jakarian Willis, incomplete at the 45-yard line. Oh, he'd still be running if he had pulled it down.
Oh, he could have ran to the creek on that. I mean, it was set up perfect. He had so much pressure, he had to put more on it than he wanted to, but man, there was 4 linemen and 1 defender for Enterprise there at the mid 6 points. Another good call by Matt Malone.
Punting situation now for the Lions. Tylen Pirine on now. Heels down to his own 45-yard line. They've got Joshua McCray back for Enterprise at his own 10. 5:44 to play. Lions up 19-7, and here's a snap from Kramer, and luckily Pirine's 6'3" and pulls that high snap down. Fair catch called for at the 16-yard line, and let's take it down to our sideline reporter, Steak and Shake's own Donnie Burnett.
Yeah, we just talked about Trey being the scrambler, and then he steps up in the pocket and probably was around the waist when he threw that ball, which was a great job.
Yeah.
But going back to the play before that, we have an old saying, and we taught Trey this at the junior high, when the read makes the tackle, you made the wrong read. So he wishes he had that one back now.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Enterprise now at their own 18-yard line. Thornton from the shotgun. Little pistol set. He's going to give it off to Robinson. And Robinson's out to the 25-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Trey Thompson and Bruner in on the tackle, as well as number, is that 50? Or 90, I'm sorry. That's not 90.
Can't be 90. He's in shorts.
58, I'm sorry, 58.
2nd down and 3 now for the Wildcats from their own 25-yard line. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Lions up 19-7. Thornton will send a man in motion to the near side. He'll set 3 receivers up over there. And now it's a give to Hicks, and Hicks is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Prattville's defensive front stands strong there. No gain on the play, perhaps a loss of 1.
Jacob Howard, also Trey Thompson. I'll tell you what, man. Trey Thompson makes some of the from his safety spot, comes up and makes tackles on the line of scrimmage about as well as anybody I've seen.
No doubt. 3rd down and 3 for Enterprise from their own 25-yard line. Lions with a golden opportunity before the half to steal this one back. As Thornton bunches it up from the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking downfield and firing complete, but a huge hit at the sticks. It'll move the chains for Enterprise.
Was that Cisneros?
But that was a monster hit.
Or Skylar Henderson. I couldn't tell who made the hit, but it was a big-time hit and a good catch by the Enterprise receiver.
Donnie will have the number for that train here in just a second. What a hit. 1st and 10 for Enterprise from their own 30-yard line. 4:22 to play in the opening half. Lines up 19-7, and here's Thornton from the shotgun looking to pass and now throwing complete again out to the 35-yard line. Hit down immediately at the 35. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
It was a bad pass, but fantastic catches. He reached around back behind him to catch that ball. He immediately fell down to make the catch.
2nd down and 5, and to give it to Robinson. And Robinson's taken down for no gain, maybe a half-yard loss there. Rodney Thompson in on the stop, as well as 91, Jason McKeithen, whose helmet comes off on the play. He's going to have to sit out for a play here. And Enterprise Wildcat is down. And while he's down, let's go down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett. Did you catch the number of that Prattville line bus there just a minute ago?
It's either Cisneros or
no, we're going to go with Skylar Cisneros because I don't know either.
It was hard to see, but it was a lick we heard through the glass here.
And I think this guy that's down on the turf right now had the same problem that the defender had earlier. I think he planted, and I don't know.
It's one of the
this one looks. This one looked. This one looked worse than the other one.
Oh boy.
William Page, a senior offensive lineman, down for.
Maybe it's just a cramp, though. That's what I'm thinking.
It looks good now. He's hopping.
But he's got his knee brace on, so.
Yeah.
So, offensive linemen wear knee braces for that very reason.
There you go.
But it'll scare the mess out of you when that thing does what it does.
Donnie, I don't know if you were listening to me talking earlier about the Jeep Wrangler I'm driving tonight, that 2018 four-door. I got to go back on my word now.
Okay.
And I told you that Jeep, if you got a Jeep, you got a Jeep Wrangler. You got to have a stick shift.
You better.
But with a four-door, I can lean toward an automatic because that's almost a luxury vehicle. Man.
Well, and with the stereo that's in it,
yeah, baby.
You could put DJ Haynes. Y'all could go toe-to-toe.
I'm telling you, man. I went to a one of those vegetable fruit stands today and left the radio going, and they could hear it all the way into the store there, thumping.
3rd and 6 coming out of the break here after the injury. 3rd and 6, Enterprise from their own 34-yard line. Thornton drops the pass, sets up the screen, incomplete it goes. Covered well by Jacob Howard. He had his man right there. Would not have gotten the first down if he caught it. Jacob Howard was in great coverage.
And Jacob was the only one there, but he was in good position. But if he didn't make the tackle, it would have been a long run for the Enterprise Wildcats. Both teams have thrown numerous screens and been close to breaking some. Prattville's had a little bit more successful at doing that, though. And I really love those middle screens that Matt Malone draws up, and we're going to bust one for it's all over with for a long game.
Punting situation now from the Enterprise 34. It is Hunter Perry on for the punt. Now Thornton on for the punt, the quarterback, and he gets a nice punt off into the corner, just like Donnie said he would. And it takes the Enterprise roll inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Let's take it down to the man who knows what this punter is going to do. Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Well, I was studying it before the game while I was enjoying my Steak and Shake.
As you always do.
Cheeseburger. And just trying to figure out what was going on. And I watched him, and, he was punting it across the field and kicking it inside the 10 quite frequently. But we've got to we're probably a little fast for the 2-minute right now. So we got who's in? Kramer at quarterback. So let's think we're probably going to throw it some more.
Kramer in at quarterback, 3:32 to play. Opening half, lines up 19-7. And here is a give to Powell. Cuts it back inside and shifts off a tackler out to the 23-yard line, maybe the 24. 2nd down and 5 coming up. 5-yard pickup for Keandre Powell. As the clock moves.
And I believe Keandre likes that play as well, man. He seems to be getting a lot better from his first start earlier in the year.
Absolutely. Kramer from the shotgun loads it up again. Now this time he wants to pass. It's complete across the middle. Out in the open field. Keeps his feet. Oh, he just loses it. Down at the 45-yard line. Get the number on that.
That's
Is that
81.
That's Isaiah Causey, I believe. It is Isaiah Causey. 6'1", 180 pounds. Isaiah Causey on the catch. Moves the chains for Prattville. It's 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 45-yard line. Their own 45 with 2:55 to play before the half. Leading 19-7. And looking for more as Kramer captains the offense from the shotgun. Loads it up and drops back to pass. Looking downfield. Got time and firing. Complete to Taylor Thompson. No, incomplete at the Enterprise 42.
Little short. That play before, it was a little zone read, pull up, and he threw a short slant to Causey. Causey broke one tackle and was fixing to be gone and just stumbled on his feet. But that's what you get right there with Kramer. He is one of those guys that just he's got a very good tight spiral throw, strong arm. Looked very good on that last throw.
Sends Thompson in motion to the far side this time, and he's going to hand it off to Thompson's side. Keandre trying to follow his blocks, reverses his field. Kramer throws a block, and he's got a little room. Keandre at the 50, cuts it back up to the 45, 40, across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Give Kyle Kramer some credit for a big block right there.
And that was a big lineman, too, so he did a good job of getting in his way and freeing up Keandre to pick up the first down, but is there a holding call?
Oh, there is a hold on the play. Holding, once again, Prattville's its own worst enemy. Negates a great run by Keandre Powell. And it'll bring up 2nd and forever. Boy, you hate to see that's happened 3 times tonight.
Yeah, that's a big one, too, man. That's coming way back. How far was he back when he held?
At least it looks like he was about 5 yards back. The ball is all the way back to the Prattville 32-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and I'd say about 25 as Kramer looks to pass again. This time fires incomplete across the middle of Thompson. Thompson just could not hold on to it, right in his wickets. And now 3rd and 22 coming up for the Lions at the 32-yard line. Their own 32 with 2:22 to play before halftime. Stick around for halftime. The Marcus Jackson Halftime Show is going to feature our Honorable Mayor, Bill Gillespie. You won't want to miss this riveting halftime show. Always good when Marcus comes and visits with us. He always brings the best guest. 2nd and 22 now coming up. Kramer is just going to hand this one off to Powell, and Powell's got room 40, 45, 50.
That's
Willis. Willis to the 45, 40. Willis still on his feet to Enterprise 35, 30.
Yeah.
And here comes penalties at the 30-yard line.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, just it's a good call, but our receiver just held the defensive back in clear broad daylight.
Well, good news, it's still going to be a first down.
Yeah, still be a first down, but there was no need.
Jakarian Willis.
He didn't have to hold.
From second and 22, Jakarian Willis delivers a big 40-yard run, and it's going to be back at about a 30-yard run now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great job by Willis, but man, you got a wide receiver out there that does not have to hold. Just run with your guy.
Yep.
And it was a good call, no doubt. I want to talk about Brubaker Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Brent Stevens is going to be with us tonight before the Marcus Jackson show. We're going to talk about that Wrangler that got out there tonight.
Talking about the one with that big subwoofer in the back?
Son, they heard me thumping coming down here. Steve Haynes said, hold on a minute, I got competition.
What are you listening to in there? Some Leif Erikson?
The 80s. XM Radio 80s channel.
Of course.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Lions from the Wildcat 37. Kramer on the give again up the middle to the 35-yard line. 2-yard pickup on the play. As we roll under 2 minutes to play before halftime. Lions lead 19-7. And looking for a few more points from the board before halftime.
There's nothing like going to a game listening to Safety Dance.
That's right.
By Men Without Hats.
I could agree with that.
Great group.
I could agree with that. 2nd and 8 from 35. Kramer looks to pass and fires this one in and out of the hands of Thompson once again.
Well, it was a little high, and he was very well covered. Taylor couldn't bring that one down, though.
3rd down. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Lions at the Enterprise 35-yard line. A minute 38 to play before the half. The clock is stopped on the incompletion. Now Jordan Garland checking in the game. Checking in for Isaiah Causey. He'll go to the far side of the field, flank out wide. McCreary flanked out wide on the near side. Malik Smith will join him. Here on 3rd and 8 from the Enterprise 35, Kramer has it, and it's reverse pass, double pass, and Kramer looking downfield, looking for Thompson, comes back for it, incomplete at the 15-yard line. And, boy, a little razzle-dazzle there. Reverse pass and looking for Thompson and just threw it short.
Had 2 guys open on that, but it just with all the running around and handing back and pitching back, he just didn't have enough time really to get his feet set where he could really launch it and just underthrew him then.
4th down and 8 coming up, 1:25 to play. And what do you think here, Chip? Do you just throw it to the end zone and hope for the best? 4th down and 8. Enterprise 35-yard line. Prattville up 19-7. A minute 25 to play.
They've been successful on the short slants, and we'll see if they'll do that. But I think we're going to take a timeout before that.
They do indeed take a timeout. And let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, in the timeout.
No, we took the delay of game penalty to back it up.
Okay.
So now we're going to punt.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Anyway, that's what's going on.
There you go. Thank you. That's why you're there, man.
I know. That's the only reason I'm here is to tell y'all stuff that y'all don't know.
And there's very little that we don't know.
And I guess that's why y'all not talking to me tonight, because there's just not a lot for me to tell you that y'all don't know.
Well, you know, when there's breaks and stuff, we can do that. You know, but in the midst of a play, it's hard to come down to you.
Are you serious?
We're doing our best, though.
Hey, you guys
we know that you carry this broadcast. Everybody wants to hear your voice, but we're doing the best we can.
You're awesome. But hey, let's do P. Ryan on the punt here.
There we go.
P. Ryan Hill's down at his own 48, kicks this one away, and is going to be caught at the 2-yard line. Did he call for a fair catch there?
Yes, he did on the 1.
On the 1-yard line. No, he did not call a fair catch. He pulled the old North Texas trick, and he's out to the 30-yard line. I didn't think he caught a fair catch.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
He caught it at the 1 yard line and just stood there. And everybody thought he caught a fair catch. But no whistle blows. If you watched the Arkansas-North Texas game last week, you know exactly what he did. But this time it only went for 29 yards or 33 yards out to the 33-yard line.
The officials are discussing to see if they saw a fair catch signal, but it looks like they're not going to bring it back. So,
minute and 4 seconds
I think
to play.
everybody's just confused that he caught it on the 1 yard line. And then he walked into the end zone.
Yeah, that was very dangerous.
Yeah.
1st and 10 Enterprise now from their own 34. Prattville up 19-7. Enterprise with 1 timeout remaining, and Thornton to pass. Throws this one complete out at the 48-yard line. And drop down right there. 1st and 10 Enterprise at their own 48 after the catch by McCray, Joshua McCray.
I tell you what, if Enterprise can put some points on the board for a half, it'll be a huge momentum swing here because Prattville has been in command of this game. It seemed like most of the first half, so hopefully we can stop them here.
Thornton to pass again, looking down this far sideline, incomplete. Brandon Butts had him covered up well over there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Enterprise 48 with 47 ticks left before halftime. Prattville up 19-7, looking to keep it that way as we roll into the halftime period. Thornton's got Robinson in the backfield with him. He's got 2 receivers to either side of the field now. Waiting for the snap. He's got his men positioned like he likes them. Prattville walking up to a 4-man front. And now Thornton drops back, looking, under some pressure, and just throws it incomplete. Looking for number 6, Josh McCray, but he could not get it off under the heavy pass rush by Prattville.
Yeah, Zach Brunner really hit him right as he threw the ball, and just good defense and coverage in the secondary as well. What we did, we kind of disguised what we were doing. Trey Thompson dropped into a deep safety as the ball was snapped, and Ian Jackson came up to cover the back from his safety spot.
It's 3rd and 10 Enterprise now from their own 48. Still 43 seconds left in the half. And Thornton drops the pass, looking downfield now, firing deep. He's got a man down there behind the coverage, and he makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Down to the 9, 1st and goal, Enterprise.
Whoo, you can't get beat deep with 40 seconds left. That's just a mental mistake right there. There's no way that should happen.
No.
And, you got some young guys back there, some sophomores, and you got to know with 40 seconds left, you can't give that up.
1st and goal, Enterprise at the 8 of Prattville with 32 seconds left in the half. Prattville up 19-7, but Enterprise threatening that score right now as Thornton loads the shotgun and looks to pass, firing it out complete in the flats to the 10-yard line to the 5-4-3 down to the 2-yard line is number 1, Terrell Hudson.
Clock running.
Clock at 16 seconds. And the Wildcats will call their final timeout. Boy, it started at the half-yard line, even into the end zone. Fake fair catch on the punt. And here at Enterprise is threatening to make it a 1-score game before the half. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, who saw the whole thing.
I was just fixing to text you guys and tell you that I just watched it again over here on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And he went 1, 2, and then he caught it. And then he went, hey, I'm going to run. Maybe nobody saw me.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That's huge.
That's going to hurt, too,
Yeah.
especially if they score now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. 16 seconds left. We can, what do they say, we can bow up and try to stop one right here. But that was, sometimes you make mistakes, and that guy made a mistake. But anyway, I know that y'all had it on the replay, didn't you?
I really doubt that that's going to happen again. I would hate to be the guy that tried that again.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get the penalty. I'm going to go ahead and tackle him.
Yeah.
So, hey, I didn't see it. I saw the last time and stopped, and you said he didn't do it. So, anyway, hey, these guys are doing the best they can.
That's right. I guess they are. 16 seconds left to go. 2nd and goal, Enterprise from the 2-yard line. And, of course, this looks like a key moment for Trey Robinson, who's in the backfield with Thornton now.
If they run the ball and they don't get it, they won't have enough time to get another play off. And they're going to run it.
They're going to run it from the Wildcat here. It's a reverse. And a reverse pass into the end zone. There's two guys wide open. Touchdown. Touchdown Enterprise.
Perfect call. And, man, that is a humongous momentum swing for this game.
That is terrible.
For Prattville to look like they dominated this game, and we're only – looks like we may end up 19-14 if they make this extra point here. But, wow, that was a huge turnaround right there.
It never should have been. Never should have been.
Nope.
As a Perry on for the point after for Enterprise with 10 seconds remaining in the half. Kicks it true. 19-14 Prattville leads with 10 seconds to play before halftime. We are going to take a 30-second break and come right back after these words.
Brent Stevens here at Brubaker of Prattville. We're proud to support Coach Ross and the Lions as they restore the roar here in 2018. Now through the end of the month, we're kicking off some great savings with invoice pricing on the all-new JL Wrangler. Savings of $15,000 off 18 and 19 Bighorn trucks and 25% off all 2019 Jeep Cherokees. New cars, used cars, parts or service, it's always a better buy at Brubaker. Go Lions.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 19-14 is your score. Good guys clinging to a 5-point lead with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Hunter Perry to kick off for the Wildcats. Going from our right to our left. Probably folks listening on Dixie Country tonight and watching us on the YouTube app. This is going to be a short pooch kick. Fair caught at the 23-yard line. So with 10 seconds left, let's go down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, for some advice on what you do with 10 seconds left and 77 yards to go.
Well, first of all, I just told Taylor to run once he caught it after he signaled fair catch because you can do that now.
That's a new rule, yeah.
That's a new rule. We just put that in.
Yeah.
So I personally am probably going to take a knee and get out of here still while I got the lead and not try to do anything crazy because they can't stop the clock. And
we get the ball to start the second half, too.
We get the ball to start the second half.
And
so
you've called it already. They're in the
that's what I would do. But
they're in the non-victory formation.
Yes.
We're in the
preamble.
There you go.
So Prattville's going to take a knee and take it into the half.
I'm going to get them down here with Coach.
And that'll be our halftime score, 19-14.
There he is. He's with Coach right now.
Got him right now. Coach, we put in the fair catch, no fair catch, run when you catch it rule.
Man, it is what it is, man. I mean, it is. We've been playing pretty good football. We missed some throws. We got some stuff. Defensively, we had them in a hole. They got them stopped, and we let them go right down the seam there. Playing good football. We get the ball second half. Man, it is what it is. I mean, I think everybody saw what that was right there. That's really bad, but it is what it is. We got to fight through it. We ain't getting it back.
That's right. You're not going to get it back. You're going to fight through it, and I know you're going to do that, and I think we probably need to get out of the way and let everybody do what they got to do. Good luck, Coach.
There you have it, Donnie.
We got knocked down by the flag corps over here.
Look out. There's a lot of them.
Enterprise.
Halftime, 19-14. Prattville leads. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll come back with the Marcus Jackson halftime show, and Prattville Lions football continues after these words.
Chip, finally, we got an easy-go dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm driving.
Why should you drive? I'm the voice. You're the sidekick.
Come see our new Easy Goes and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west to Highway 14.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions quarterback club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clanton Tractor.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
14 lead over the Enterprise Wildcats. Before we get to the Marcus Jackson halftime show, we got a special guest. We got General Manager Brent Stevens, who's become a good friend of mine over this football season here as I've got to drive all the wonderful vehicles at Brubaker Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Prattville. And I say all those names because those are names that people have recognized and have seen over the years, but a lot of different things have come out of those. But, Brent, we're glad to have you here tonight with us.
Well, Chip, I'm really excited to be here, and you're right. The Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram name is something that's been an icon in our culture for a while. But I can tell you right now, it's an exciting time with the new Ram that's out and the new Wrangler that you drove down tonight, and the new 19 Cherokee as well. It's
You know what people don't understand is the Ram is a just so total separate division now. It's not a Dodge Ram, even though that's part of the family. It's a Ram. I mean, you don't see Dodge on it, you just see Ram, and so total different division. And I've been driving all the trucks, and what's funny is all the guys on our broadcast, we've got one of them that wheels the Laramie package. I'm the Rebel package, and Milzer's the limited package. Yeah. We have personalities to go along with the trucks. But tonight I'm in the Jeep Sahara, and I'm telling you, man, I had more people looking at me today in that thing because it's so fast. It's got a turbo 4-cylinder in it, but yet it's a luxury vehicle. I forgot I was in a Jeep until I'm driving around, and every Jeep owner out there is waving at me, and I'm going, oh, yeah, I'm in a Jeep. That's why they're waving. So. But the trucks, and I hadn't had a chance to drive any of the cars yet, hopefully next week or the following weeks. But each week, each Friday night, I get one and get to driving around. And, man, it's the topic of everywhere I go because people listen to our broadcast and know what we're driving. But I know there's a lot of incentives going around. There's the new 19 model Ram that's in now, but you got some great deals on 18s.
Yes, the 18s and the 19s. With Ram Power Days running through the end of the month, we've got $15,000 in savings on the Ram. Whether you want the 18, the classic body style, or you want the 19, I can get you $15,000 in savings on the Ram Bighorn. As well, the Jeep Adventure Days with the new body style Wrangler, which is it's the most refined Wrangler ever.
Oh, it's like I said, I forgot I was in one. It's so nice. I've got an 05 Wrangler Rubicon, a 2-door. Today, I'm driving the 4-door, and I'm in that leather interior, and it's just unbelievable, and it's so smooth. And the suspension on it, they had to do something different to it.
It's a completely reworked suspension system.
Still has that rugged ability, though.
It's the most capable Wrangler ever,
Yeah.
but it gives you the street ride, so it doesn't ride like your traditional Wrangler would. But
Yeah.
the factory has loaded us up with those as well, and for Jeep Adventure Days now through the end of the month, we're doing those Wranglers at invoice.
Wow. Listen, I'm a big truck, SUV, Jeep guy, and I get a magazine that's called Truck Trend Magazine. The residual value of Jeep Wranglers is 83% after 3 years.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Absolutely. You don't lose money on a Wrangler, that's for sure.
You do not do that, but
especially when you can start out buying them at invoice.
That's amazing. But you got to come up there and see them. We're across the street from Panera Bread, right there on Main Street,
right next door to Prattville
and
Carpet.
you can't miss them. Right next to Prattville Carpet, and got a great showroom, great staff up there. The service department, I know practically all of them because I'm up there all the time, and you can get you a free bottle of water when you come in.
Absolutely, and we're really, really proud to have the opportunity here to support the Lions this year. And one thing I talked with Mr. Brubaker this afternoon, and what we decided to do, just as a special little incentive for our listeners here, come in by the end of the month, take advantage of the great savings, and as well, tell me you're here to restore the roar. And I won't give you your first oil change with your new car. I'll give you your first 4.
Gosh.
So,
wow, man, that's fantastic.
And we know that everybody's not in the market for a new car. We've got a fantabulous, as we say, service department.
Yeah.
And, if you need service right now, you restore the roar in the service department, we'll give you $15 off a conventional oil change and $20 off a synthetic oil change.
And I may come to see you with my 05 Wrangler here in the next couple of weeks. I got to get up there and do that. But, one thing I want to talk about the Ram trucks, the difference between Ram trucks and the other trucks that are out there, and I'm not knocking other trucks, but they have a coil suspension compared to those leaf spring.
Absolutely.
It's night and day difference in the ride in a truck. And, again, it doesn't feel like a truck. It feels like a car, but it's still capable of doing all the off-roading as we witnessed in the Rebel truck when we were in the storm at Stanhope. We got put in some mud there, and sorry about getting
my detail guy was really appreciative of that, I can tell you.
It's because the guys go, hey, see if you can go through that ditch right there, and we did. It went right through it. I mean, it was amazing. But
don't dare chip.
Anyway, a couple more things, just any more incentives that's happening other than that. That's a lot with the Jeep and the Rams.
Yeah, we spent some time on the Wrangler and the Ram 1500 as well. We're doing the Jeep Cherokee, which is the most popular SUV in America right now. It's the fastest selling SUV in America. We're doing 25% off of those.
Awesome. Okay.
Still part of the Jeep Adventure package now through the end of the month. We've got some great savings, folks, and would just stop by and see us.
Yeah,
we'd
come
love,
see.
We'd love to show you our selection, and I'm sure there's a car that'll fit your needs, and we'll get the numbers right.
Yeah, Brent, we appreciate you joining us. Go see Brubaker Prattville and see all those incentives there. And we appreciate y'all supporting us. It means a lot to us. We really do. We're going to cut to a break for 3 minutes and come back with the Marcus Jackson Show. Thank you for joining us.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179. You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
You need a truck. You got to have a truck. The best selection of previously owned trucks in Central Alabama is at Auto X of Prattville on South Memorial Drive. At Auto X of Prattville, they have Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverados, great selection of Ram Tough trucks, great selection of Jeep Wranglers, and the best selection of SUVs in Central Alabama. Go to their website at autoxofprattville.com or follow on Facebook. Give them a call at 491-1045. That's 491-1045.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
It's always a better buy at Brubaker.
Hey, this is Mike Cruz at Brubaker of Prattville. Come see us, all Jeep Wranglers, JK and the all-new JL at invoice pricing. That's up to $4,000 off on a Jeep Wrangler. Come see us at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brent Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
At halftime, we got a Marcus Jackson show coming up to this half of the halftime, and super special guest coming in here. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mayor Bill Gillespie. Marcus, take it away.
First, we'd like to welcome everyone to the halftime show, and I am elated to have the Preferred Communities Mayor Bill Gillespie here with us, and also we have Councilwoman Laura Lou Boone here with us, and I really appreciate them taking time out of their busy schedule. I know last week I talked about DJ Haynes. When I'm following him on social media, I'm like, this dude never sleeps. Well, I think our mayor's the same way. I try to keep up with him, but I have a hard time. And I told him the other day, I don't think he ever rests. So, Mayor, we appreciate you joining us tonight.
Well, I appreciate all that. I tell you, another hard worker is right here, like you say, Laura Lee Boone. She's up early and running all day long. She has her two sons, and then her third son, her husband, John Boone. So there's a lot going on in her life, and you actually put in a lot of hard working hours for this community as well, and thank you. And, Laura Lee Boone is over the Parks and Recs committee on that one, and, there's a lot of great things going on in that. New pavilion over here behind us, and got some things up and coming here. We got the new archway as you come in the front gate here at Stanley Jensen, Turner Field, and, it's just things are coming.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on in the city, and like you say, what about the impact? What kind of impact does Prattville football have on this community, and can you elaborate the impact and how much it means to this city?
Well, it's a lot more than nickels and dimes and quarters and all that other. The Friday Night Lights it's a social event rolled into the sporting event, just rolled into a small town community event as well. And so what you see out here is small town America that so many people are looking for. But, as you get out here, as I'm having right here in front of me, a new hat, got on a relatively new shirt. And and then you go into a lot of the dry goods stores, you can find a lot of clothing there. So, then the eateries before on Thursdays and afterwards, it's just so much. And then when they go out on town, go out of town, they're buying fuel and everything else. And so it's so much more. But then it brings, it teaches the work ethic. It teaches, the sportsmanship, how to win, how to lose, just so much. So it is so much more than just hitting, running, and throwing. It's a whole package. So
yes, sir.
Prattville's very proud. Ought to be very proud of our new coach and everything, and how much he's been able to accomplish the short time he's been here.
Now, have you had an opportunity to spend much time with him since his arrival?
Small amount. Of course, known him a little bit before, his family, he has some roots from here and everything. So he and I see a lot of great things coming from him while he's here.
Yes, sir. Well, I know the last time we were together was a Wednesday night, and we were up at the golf tournament, the Signature Tours here. and we spent some time at the pairing party. And first, I want to ask you how you did yesterday, and we want the truth.
Well, I haven't played as much as and I got some sore muscles, but I played with John Boone and I forgot the other gentleman's name. Was it Marlon Jackson?
Yeah.
Marlon Anderson. Okay, I was poking at you guys the other night through out there.
Yeah,
he was the only one that
picked
picked up on that one.
But
had a great time. You know, we had two ladies that we played with, very professional, and you know they're an ambassador to their communities and to their sporting arena there, and John Boone and Marlon was ambassador to this community. So I think we gelled very well together.
Yes, sir.
Very hot.
Yeah,
but we all had a great time, and I think we have some relationships now that we'll build from there.
Yes, that's good to hear. Now, I know that the tournament extended their contract with the city and Guardian. Tell me about the impact of that.
Well, you know, this really started many, many years ago, you know, and it's evolved quite a bit, but, you know, it's gone from the men to the, you know, LPGA and to the Symetra Tour, and I've seen it when the men have been here and seen it with the ladies, and I'll tell you, they're a lot more friendlier. You have a lot more better crowds and everything else. So I really love what Sunbelt and them have been able to do to pull the community together, and it's more than just what you see sometimes on television. It's a lot of the things that go in behind the scenes. You have a lot of volunteers out there. You have a lot of community leaders that are volunteering out there, providing some kind of service or product or something. So it's as we all know, when you have a big event going on, there's a lot of logistics behind it.
Yes.
That actually what it takes to make things happen, we sometimes really don't know until we've lived it, worked it, or played around it. And so it's another one. It's like some of our Friday Night Lights. It helps bring the community together, and I think Prattville really has a special relationship with these ladies golfers, and I think they really love coming to town.
Yes.
So,
yes.
You know, I've talked quite a bit here. I'd like to turn the microphone on to Laura Lee Boone.
No, we're not going to cut you off.
Oh,
no.
okay.
We're going to jump. Well, we will jump if you mind switching. Laura Lee, do you mind talking a little bit about the new archway out here that the Parks and Rec and the city partnered with and was able to get set up this year?
Yeah, well, I want to give full credit to Strichik up here, our fellow counselor. He did a really good idea with the creative aspect of this. We are really excited about the arch, and it just is a great entranceway. It is a statement piece. When you come into this stadium, that's the statement that we are making is hello and welcome, and this is part of Prattville. This is history in Prattville, and so history sometimes has to be redone a little bit, and this is our new entrance, and it's really beautiful, and Parks and Recs did a great job of putting this together, and I believe a lot of it was done in-house, and we really love that about the cities. We've got so much talent among our different departments that quite often we can in-house find guys and girls who are able to do things to make the city look better, and I just love it when our guys come together and show their own creativity here. So we love our new arch, and love that people are entering and seeing what the city has to offer.
Well, we definitely appreciate you guys. You chair that committee, and I think you said stretch it. And definitely Parks and Rec, we appreciate you working with Kelly Cook and her staff and what you guys do for this city and Parks and Rec. And we look forward to the many things you guys have moving forward.
Yeah, we do. We do. We love working together.
All right. Mayor, I was looking at the report card from the other day. The last 4 years, the city of Prattville shows that we've had $75 million in investments, another 584 jobs in the area. We've had $760 million in capital investment, 2,122 jobs, and 133 new businesses here in the city of Prattville. It shows that we're still the preferred community. Can you elaborate a little bit on that and how our city is growing?
Oh, most certainly. You know, and another one in there, if we could just add up how many partnerships it has taken to get us to where we are today, you know, it would be a countless, you know, an endless number there. But we've been so blessed in so many different ways because, you know, in our industrial park, we have James Hardy Corporation coming, bringing 200-plus jobs, and so that was a big one. And that was a county-city partnership to get a road and bridge over, which actually brought them to our community for our several things, some of our natural resources, but also a lot of our workforce. But
Yes,
then,
sir.
you know, one of the things that they look around, big corporations start looking around for communities. They're always looking to cut different communities for different reasons. And one of the things they also look at, you know, is the education system as well. So it's a whole, you know, it's a whole kit and caboodle what gets somebody in. A lot of times you hope you just get your foot in the door and you get one. But from that big investment by that corporation, we have other companies coming in, but then we also have some of our mom and pops. I know some of our sponsors out here tonight, they have made some various investments throughout the community through numerous years.
Yes.
And some of our just individual partners of Prattville have done that as well. But, it's not just one thing. It's so many different things.
Yes.
Whether it's some of our infrastructure, the school system like I talked about, or sometimes it's just the smiling, friendly faces that I see so many times around Prattville that I've actually have taught with some of the what they call site selectors.
Yes.
They come in and say, "Is Prattville always so friendly?" And I'm going to have to tell you, and your smile right there, that smile goes so far, so long sometimes that people remember it.
Yes.
And they want to think about, wow, that's Prattville.
Yes.
And so I'm so blessed. We're all so blessed to have so many great people here in Prattville. There have been a lot of investments, but it takes a lot of the people that have to help keep people coming back. So
Yes,
that is what makes us the preferred Fountain City.
Yes, and that is a true statement. I was at a conference back in November in Charlotte, and I spoke with a gentleman from Arizona, and I told him where I was from, and he mentioned, he's like, wait a minute, I played golf there, and he said there was a restaurant there, and I said, what restaurant? And he said the food was delicious, and he mentioned it was the pasta mill.
Ah, yes.
So that's the type of impact that the city of Prattville has. He said it was just a nice, warm town. He enjoyed the golf course, and he visited one of the local small businesses, restaurants. Yeah, and he talked about that, and he was an older gentleman, but he definitely remembered this place. So the people and the resources and what we have to offer has such a positive impact, not just on this community, but across this country.
Well, thank you, and thanks. Somebody just handed me a Dr. Wham, so I really do appreciate that as well. But, one of the things, too, if you look down there, I have to give Kelly Cook a little shout out. You see a great big old swamp cooler fan down there?
Yes.
Helping keeping some of our players cool down and everything.
Yes.
That was a partnership she was able to develop with our ladies golf course, golf tournament out here. They actually helped purchasing that through a rental agreement and everything else. So the rest of the time we'll be able to buy it and keep it. And so that's just one of those partnerships I was talking about. But, we've given some other shout-outs a little bit earlier. Colonel Starnes is somewhere around here. He might be eating somewhere or another. But, he actually helped a lot to get the anvil and everything in our north end zone and working with some partnerships there. But it's just so many different little things like that get pulled together that actually, and hopefully the ones who are coming behind us will remember some of this history. Jimmy White.
Yes.
And his mark down there on the field, because he, if we had a marker every step he walked up and down the sideline for I don't know how many years, seemed like about 80 years.
Yes.
But it's just the Jimmy White legend should live on and on.
Yes.
And just like the Kevin Turner as well.
Yes.
Takes all that pulling together on that one. So.
It does, and that's the great thing about this community. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to join us tonight, and I appreciate you being the leader that you are for this community, and we look forward to the many things and the bright future that you're going to lead us into.
Well, thank you. It's the teamwork just like out there on the field.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
International Paper, Larry Puckett, Chevrolet, Southern Trimmer, Max Trading, Aero Pest Control, Buffalo Wildlands, Capital Tractor, Jones Drugs, and Riverbank.
That was Mayor Bill Gillespie on the Marcus Jackson Show here at halftime. We're going to turn it back over to Will Barrett and Chip Powell here because we're about to kick off the second half. Will, take it away after you cough.
After I get that one last cough in, yeah. When it's 95 degrees at night and a little humid, you get under the weather a little bit. We're going to make it through, though. Second half about to get underway. 19-14 is your score. Prattville's giving up two cheap touchdowns. Pretty much a dominant first half for Prattville, but only a 5-point lead, Chip.
Man, I mean, you got to think, what do you do in halftime? You got to, because the kids are going to be down. They're going in going, man, we're clearly the best team. They just gave up two huge plays, three if you count the uncalled fair catch.
Unfair catch.
It's not necessarily our fault on that one, but the two deep passes is what got us in the hole. And we're going to get the ball here. We got to get some points on the board, get the momentum back. We always talk about the first five and the last five. They won the last five. We got to win this first five.
Let's take it down to Steak and Shake's Sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
You're exactly right. And I'm trying to figure out how to get this swamp fan that the mayor was talking about.
You need one down there tonight.
It's only 80 right now.
Pooch kick for Enterprise to start the second half, and Thompson calls for the fair catch at the 27-yard line. And that's where the Lions will take over, 1st and 10 from their own 27, up 19-14 as we begin the second half of play. I want to remind you folks that Extreme Bowling tonight begins at Bama Lanes in Prattville at 10 p.m. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The cost, including unlimited bowling and shoe rental, is only $10. Now, you can't beat that anywhere in town. 4 hours of entertainment under the black light for $10. Come on.
No doubt about it. Hey, there's 2 shout-outs real quick. Tracy Mills is listening to us back in booth, and I heard her ringing the bell when we scored that first touchdown. And then also J.J. Kent, one of the 4 horsemen in Nashville, Tennessee, listening in.
One of the proud 4 horsemen.
Yes.
Lions 1st and 10 from their own 27. Edwards is going to carry this one across the 27 to the 30-yard line, pick up 3 tough yards on first down. 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 9, I should say. The ball is at the 29. 2nd and 9 from the 30 for the Lions. Edwards is going to put 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Empty backfield, and he's going to call his own number again. He's got room across 35. Following blockers 35, 40, 45. Edwards down the Prattville sideline to the 50-yard line. They're going to mark him out of bounds at his own 48, but a 1st and 10 for the Lions.
Yeah, 2 excellent blocks. Looked like a corner for Enterprises hurt on the play. 2 looked like an outstanding block by number 74, Ethan Biddle, leading Trey around that corner there, and also looked like a good block by Jalen McCary on the at wide receiver. But there is a player down. Let's hope that's a cramp for Enterprise.
The injured Wildcat is number 28, Kadarius McCray, a linebacker, junior linebacker. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake's reporter Donnie Burnett for further analysis.
It was a softball-sized cramp.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of those, Donnie?
Last night at about 11:45 as I was putting stuff in the computer at school. And
they're nice, aren't they?
Goodness, man, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Lions after the big run from Trey Edwards at their own 48-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter, 11:23 to play in the third. Lions up 19-14 over the Enterprise Wildcats. Big regional play game tonight, and here's Edwards looking for it all, looking for McCreary down the sideline at the 5-yard line, out of bounds. No, incomplete at the 5. Incomplete at the 5-yard line. McCreary had it and just couldn't quite pull it in at the 5-yard line. Nice pass from Trey.
Yeah, it was a well-thrown ball. McCreary, he was the only one that could get to it. McCreary is a guy that one of the basketball players that
yes, it is.
Kind of came out, and you can tell he's raw. I mean, he's got some outstanding ability. He just got to fine-tune some things. Couldn't really tell if that was I know it would have been a very, very good catch, but good effort by McCreary.
2nd and 10, Edwards to pass again across the middle, this time too high from Malik Smith. Incomplete at the Enterprise 38. He was open, just sailed it high on him. 3rd and 10.
That's the pass that Kramer is so good on, that little short slant coming from the slot, and that time Trey threw it a little high.
Here's Isaiah Causey checking in for Jordan Garland. And the wide receiver. Three receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near is McCreary. Edwards loads a shotgun, 3rd and 10 from his own 48. And here's a pass complete across the Enterprise across the Enterprise territory to the 48 is Taylor Thompson. It'll be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and 7. And the Lions will be forced to punt this one away.
That little slot middle screen to set up there, and that time we had one man to beat, couldn't beat him. Still picked up some yards, but not enough for the first down.
So the Lions, 4th and 7 from the Enterprise 48. Will have to punt this one away. P. Ryan at his own 40-yard line. Set the punt away. 2 receivers back for the Wildcats. And this time definitely a fair catch is called at the 17-yard line.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, it is.
It for sure this time.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Donnie Burnett down on the sideline.
Should have tackled him just to make sure.
Be extra special, sure.
Extra special. Yeah, you know, I love it when we throw the football, but I also hate it because you get 0 yards if you don't catch it. And then you put yourself in a situation where you have to keep coming back and throw the ball. And I hate it when we start out like this in the second half.
First possession for Prattville in the second half goes for 0, and now Enterprise has their chance, down 19-14 to our lines. 1st and 10. From their 17 they go. Here's Thornton. He's going to hand off to Robinson, trying to get to the outside, and he will not get the boundary. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. No gain on the play. Prattville's defense strung him out well.
Yeah, Brandon Butts came up, made an outstanding hit there, and that's a good 70 pounds difference right there in players, and Brandon did a one-on-one job as good as you can do right there on Robinson.
They're going to give him 2 yards ahead to the 19. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats from their 19-yard line. 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Prattville up 19-14. Thornton, 4 receivers in the set. 1 running back flanked to his right is Robinson. Now here's a throw across the middle, complete and dropped at the 18-yard line.
The ball came loose. I don't know if they called it a reception. They did Enterprise.
The fumble on the play and no ruling from anyone.
The receiver is hurt for Enterprise. He was laid out.
He took a very large hit. Let's check in with Donnie Burnett on the sideline.
Was that Mason Taylor?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was, and that kid's, I don't know. I thought it knocked him out, but
yeah, it was a good hit.
Yeah,
He hit him right there in the chest. So good tackle.
And the thing is Mason pulled the ball out, and the ball hit the ground, and so.
Did they call it incomplete? Or? I think they recovered it if they did.
Yeah, well, I hope they.
It.
Well, I'm not real sure.
We'll see.
I'm not real sure what they call it. They're showing third down.
They haven't indicated anything. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, about the time he caught the ball and turned his head, Mason dropped the boom on him.
He did, with some authority. Almost as good as Skylar Cisneros earlier tonight.
Hey, that's kind of that's kind of like Malik Willis, isn't it?
Exactly like Malik Willis.
I got you. All right, he's up. I'm not sure if he knows where he's at, but he is up.
He'll figure it out tomorrow.
All right, well, I'm glad to see him walking off.
Well, hey, to tell you how I felt at that, me and Mildred were talking about before the game, and I was talking about Booby Miles at Auburn. I promise you I said that.
The pride of Permian High School.
Yeah.
3rd and 7 here for the Wildcats from their own 20-yard line. After the hardest 3-yard catch you'll ever see. 19-14, Prattville on top, trying to get off the field. The defense is right now as Thornton drops back to pass. Throwing deep. He's got a man down there and just overthrew his intended receiver, number 6, Josh McCray. He was 2 steps behind the defense once again and luckily overthrown.
Yeah, and we've got to stop that. That should have been completed there. I mean, he was 2-3 steps behind our defender, and we've got to tighten down on that. Because that's the only way we can get beat tonight.
That's right.
Enterprise is not going to drive the ball 18 plays on us. They're going to have a big play to make something happen. We're just too good defensively, but we got to tighten down on that coverage.
4th and 7 coming up for Enterprise. They'll punt. Perry back at his own 5-yard line. Brandon Butts back at his own 40. Now comes up on the short punt, takes a hop at the 50-yard line, and an Enterprise roll across the Prattville 45 down to the Prattville 40-yard line, where the Lions will take over in great field position with 9:20 to play in the third quarter, up 19-14.
Hey, something I mentioned at halftime to Brent Stevens, you and I both are getting a vehicle next Friday.
And you especially.
I am getting the Dodge Hellcat, 707 horsepower.
And I have been promised a 1989 Dodge Aries K.
Neon.
I heard it was an Aries K.
Or the K car.
A nice, reliant automobile.
81 K car that brought Chrysler back. That's what you're getting. Now, you're getting a nice vehicle, too. We hadn't seen that, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to tell you, I'm going to look good in a Hellcat.
I think you would look great in a Hellcat.
Ain't nobody look bad in a Hellcat. 707 horsepower.
Wow.
That's more than your whatever vehicle.
That's more than my scooter has,
Yeah.
I'll promise you that.
Yeah.
Here's a quick pitch to Malik, coming outside. Now cuts it back in across the 45, back outside to the 50 into Enterprise territory at the 47-yard line. A first down run for Malik Willis. I did it again. Malik Smith. Malik Smith carries it 13 yards.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna have Malik Willis' scholarship revoked, so I'll quit doing that. 1st and 10 Lions at the 47 on the great run by Malik Smith. Here's a quick pitch out to Malik again, and this time Incomplete. Trey just sailing a little high right now.
Speaking of that, I got something to tell you that I get to do tomorrow. It's pretty exciting, and when we get a break where we got about 30, 40 seconds to talk, we'll do that. But something happening tomorrow that I'm getting an opportunity to do is really, really cool.
All right, we can hear more about that in a second here. 2nd and 10 for the Lions from the Enterprise 47. Ja'Carrion Willis play action, and Edwards is going to keep it across the 47 down to the 45. Bring up 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Matriculating the ball down the field with 9 minutes to play in the third quarter, leading 19-14.
Boy, it'd be so nice to pick up a score here on this drive, whether it's 3 points from Pirine or whatever, just to get the momentum swing back in our favor.
Never been a 5-point lead that felt good.
No.
Edwards drops the pass, throws, complete. Thompson has it. First down at the Enterprise 36-yard line, out of bounds along the Prattville sideline.
Boy, he moved it back to the 37.
Oh, my. There's still enough for a first down.
I believe. They hadn't moved it yet.
1st and 10 Lions.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't he look like he went to the 36?
Like he was almost to the 35.
Yeah, I was just going to brag on Taylor Thompson running a perfect route to pick up the first down, and then they backed it up where it didn't look like it was going to be. But
he got about 2 inches.
Yeah,
no need to measure.
Taylor Thompson, great route, great throw right there by Trey.
1st and 10 Lions at the Enterprise 37-yard line. Inching closer to that goal line as Edwards loads a shotgun. The bad snap's going to get back on it at the 48-yard line, have to just fall on it. That's going to be an 11-yard loss. And that one stings.
I'm going to tell you, Brent Cook has done an outstanding job all year. I believe that's one of the only ones I've seen. I can't recall any other ones. I know there's been some low ones, but there's none that hadn't been caught except for that one. But
that one was just off center a little bit. It wasn't high, just off center. 2nd down and 21 now. Back at the Enterprise 48-yard line for the Lions. 4 receivers in the set. Ja'Carrion Willis in at running back. He'll flank Trey Edwards to the right. McCary's alone on the near side. Edwards loads the shotgun. He's got it, and he's going to keep it, and he's going to go down back at the Prattville 49-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Football Network.
The 50-yard line.
Lions drive it down to the 37-yard line of Enterprise, and back-to-back negative yardage plays has them now 3rd and 24 at the 50. Edwards drops back to pass, looking downfield, under some pressure now, steps out of it. Still looking downfield, nobody open. Now just chunks it up deep for Thompson at the 30. He's got it across to the 25 and picks up his first down, dragging Enterprise defenders. Boy, Taylor Thompson has been a possession-style receiver tonight as he keeps the drive alive for Prattville. 1st and 10.
We got to start looking at how many he's got to be getting pretty close to a game record on receptions in one game.
He's got to be hitting close to 10 right now.
Yeah. I don't know what the record is, but he got to be getting close.
1st and 10 Lions at the Enterprise 25-yard line. 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Willis with the carry, and he'll push ahead across the 25 to the 22, 21-yard line.
Number 21.
A tough 4 yards for Ja'Carrion Willis.
Well, I tell you one thing, that offensive line was challenged in halftime, and they've come out and made a big push this series, and hopefully we can keep this going and get some points on the board. But a good job by the offensive line.
2nd and 6 for the Lions. Ball at the Enterprise 21-yard line. Edwards to pass out into the flats. It's complete at the 20-yard line. Makes a man miss at the 15. Malik Smith down to the 15-yard line. He'll move the chains for Prattville, but
do you see what I'm seeing, or what I'm saying about the speed level between Malik and the other 21 players out there?
It's another level.
He's just totally different. You got to keep getting the ball in his hands. He's going to break one for long. I can't wait to see him when he does it, because he's going to separate a lot between those.
We got another hold against the Lions, of course. And why wouldn't there be? We had a good play. We've been killing ourselves on that all night long. I'm sure Donnie Burnett has some great analysis on that. Let's go down to him right now.
No, I was just going to say it was the Enterprise game last year that Malik made the matrix move over on the sideline.
That's true.
And took that thing about 60 yards for a touchdown.
Because I said, don't go backwards.
Right. Don't go backwards.
3rd down and 6. A second down and 6 for the Lions back at the 21-yard line. And here's a high completion out to McCary, and it's behind the line back at the 24-yard line, a negative 3-yard pass play.
Yeah, good defense. The Enterprise was ready for that one. As we had a trips formation and just threw the little bubble screen out there, and just the Enterprise secondary was there, and the throw was a little high and made McCary go up high, and it took too much time.
3rd down and 9 for the Lions back at the Enterprise 25-yard line. Seems like we've been playing here for 5 minutes now. As Edwards drops the pass and fires into the end zone looking for Thompson. He's in there, and does he have it? He's got it. Taylor Thompson, touchdown, Prattville. There are no flags.
Son, that young man is having a ball game tonight.
Right up the seam. Edwards catches him right in stride, goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Your Sport Clip's most valuable play of the scoring drive, a 25-yard pitch and catch from Trey Edwards to Taylor Thompson.
Hey, listen, right as the ball got to him, he got hit. So he did a great job hanging on to it. And, man, Taylor Thompson has been the man tonight.
25-14 is your score. P. Ryan on for the point after, and this time it is through and out into Autauga Creek. With 5:39 to play in the third quarter, your score, Prattville 26, Enterprise 14. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish. Give me some U.S. farm-raised catfish.
I only use U.S. farm-raised catfish.
We've been selling U.S. farm-raised catfish since 1978.
They do have a choice for a good, wholesome, safe fish. We know it's a good product.
Ask for U.S. farm-raised catfish, only the finest, freshest, tastiest. You can taste the difference.
From our farm to your table, your family deserves the best. U.S. farm-raised catfish.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 26-14 is your score. Prattville on top, courtesy of Taylor Thompson's 11th possibly catch of the night. Not sure how many catches he's got, but it's got to be at least near a dozen tonight.
We got to get a hold of a stat man and get those numbers.
I'm sure our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, has the ability to get stuff like that. We'll check in with him right after this kick as Ty Pirine sets on to kick for the Lions to the Wildcats, going left to right. This is a high kick that's fielded at the 10-yard line, right in the middle of the field out to the 15, 20, and he's dropped right there by that Prattville return coverage team at the 20-yard line. Let's check in with Donnie Burnett down on the sideline.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but, Jimmy's not down here with a clipboard and Ronnie's not down here. I can't give you any numbers.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just know them.
I don't. I'm sorry. Once you make one catch more than about 12 yards, I can't remember. So, anyway, this kid is having a ball game tonight. I'm actually in a conversation with his dad right now.
From the 21 goes Enterprise, 1st and 10. Thornton wants to pass. Got a man breaking free and just off his fingertips at the Prattville 45-yard line. Brandon Butts was in sync with him.
Yeah, good coverage by Brandon, but I'll tell you, that receiver for Enterprise, number 2, Couch, he's got outstanding speed because he was we know how fast Brandon is, and he was running stride for stride with him.
2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball it there on 21-yard line. Prattville leading 26-14 with 5:29 to play in the third quarter. Thornton loads a shotgun and looks to pass. Rolls out to the far side and has it complete at the line of scrimmage. And incomplete it goes. Great coverage right there.
Yeah, Marlon Brantley just
broke it up.
Great job right there. And a lot of pressure put on by Mason Taylor. Made him throw it early. And then Brantley with outstanding coverage.
3rd down and 10 coming up for the Wildcats. Ball at the 21-yard line. Prattville's defense looking to get off the field here on 3rd down. They've got Enterprise pinned at their own 21-yard line, leading 26-14. Joseph Thornton loads it shotgun once again. Drops back to pass. He's in max protect. He's got a little time, but here comes some Prattville pressure. He steps out of it. Now firing downfield. Incomplete at the 35-yard line. Great coverage. Great coverage right there. That's Marlon Brantley Jr. again.
I thought they might get Marlon for his left arm draped around the back, but didn't get caught with that one. So we might have got a little break there. Marlon was right there with him, but he did have that left arm on his back. But sometimes you can get away with that, and that time we did.
Hey, after the game, folks, you can ignite until midnight at Launch Trampoline Park. It's the coolest blacklight party in town. The ultimate, the extreme Launch Trampoline. Now, this Prattville offense looking to get back on the field and launch us another end zone dance as the Enterprise punter is back at his own 7-yard line. It's Perry. BB Butts back at his own 40. Line drive punt. It takes a big hop, non-returnable, out of bounds at the Prattville 49-yard line. And that's where we'll take over with a great field position with 5:12 to play. Let's check in with Donnie Burnett once again.
I'm thinking that the other punter must be injured because that is nothing like they were hitting in warm-ups out there.
No, it's not.
We're getting a lot of pressure on him, too, and that may have something to do with it. I don't know. But, hey, while you guys are talking about the cars you're getting, I'm getting the Dodge SRT Challenger Demon, and it's just nastier than anything y'all got.
Yeah, but they don't have one of those. So.
Yeah, but my guy does in the back. You got to know who to see.
Oh, I got you.
Oh.
That's like 800 horsepower, man, the Demon. I know what he's talking about.
Here's Powell with a carry on first down. Spins off the tackler across into Enterprise territory to the 49-yard line. 3 yards on the carry.
882. Fastest production car from 0 to 100. And you can use that in Prattville.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm happy and satisfied with 706 horsepower.
I'm happy for that.
You always settle for less, Chip.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
Man.
That's not always true.
That was an icy statement.
Yeah.
That was bad, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Chip. I didn't mean that.
No.
2nd and 7 from the 49. Kramer in at quarterback, and he's going to go down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
If you were at the Mexican restaurant last Friday night after the game, you would have seen I don't settle for less.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. He got like 3 bowls of cheese dip. That's not settling. 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Lions. Ball at the 50-yard line. 4:05 to play in the third quarter. Lions up 26-14. Kramer in at quarterback. And we've got motion on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 when play resumes, back at the Prattville 45-yard line. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game. We'll make a presentation next Thursday night during the Coach Caleb Ross Show at Los Mayas Mexican Restaurant. Join us at Los Mayas Thursdays at 5:30. The great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to make a nice plaque presentation along with a certificate from Sport Clips for an MVP. And I think there's already a man making a strong case for Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game right now.
There's no doubt about that because he's caught them from 2 different quarterbacks, and it doesn't matter if you throw it to him, he's going to catch it.
3rd and 13 now for the Lions back at their own 46-yard line. Kramer drops back to pass, has a little time, looking downfield, now firing. This time it's complete. Complete at the 41-yard line of Enterprise.
I think it's Malik. We can't get his number. Yeah, it is.
Malik Smith picks up the first down for Prattville. Well, how many long passes tonight have we completed for drive-sustaining first downs, like 3rd and long, even 4th down? There's been several of them tonight.
And that was a laser right there thrown. The thing I was worried about is if Malik could catch it because it had a lot of juice on that one. Good throw by Kramer.
Kyle's got to be approaching 100 yards passing tonight. Perhaps the first time in his career. Here on 1st and 10, here's a give to Powell, trying to get to the outside, cuts it back in across the 40 down to the 35, spins off a tackle, still on his feet across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Keandre Powell ping-ponging, pinballing through the defense.
Can you say that young man has grown up tonight?
He sure has, Chip.
He looks like a different back. I mean, just the cuts he made on that run right there were fantastic. And, again, guys, he's just a sophomore, so we've got a lot to see that young man. That was an excellent run.
1st and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 30-yard line. 3:23 to play in the third. And here's a give to Ja'Carrion Willis around the left side. He's got room 25 on his feet at the 20. 1st down and more to the 19-yard line. 11-yard run for Ja'Carrion Willis, the other highly touted sophomore, 5'10", 180 pounds.
Man, listen, you just can't say enough about Brett Cook, Chris Tatopoulos, Levi Lowry, Carson Hughes, Ethan Biddle. They're dominating the line of scrimmage right now.
Yes, they are, as Alterius Bates now checks in for Isaiah Causey. He'll be flanked out wide with Jordan McCary on the far side. 1st and 10, Lions from the Enterprise 19-yard line. And Kramer Gives to Willis up the middle. Willis up for a couple up to the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Enterprise 17 for the Lions.
I like how Kramer is kind of taking control of this and showing some leadership and really calm and collected in there tonight, hanging in that pocket, making the right throws, making the right calls. He's looking good.
2nd and 8 from the Enterprise 17 go to the Lions. Kramer wants to pass. Now throws it complete to Bates at the 10-yard line to the 5. Shakes a man off, and he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. 2:27 on the clock, and Prattville extends their lead over the Wildcats in the third quarter, 32-14 now.
And I hate to tell you this, but Bates is a sophomore too.
Altarius Bates.
Man, what an outstanding run and catch first, and then the run. Man, great job right there. And again, Kramer hit him right on that little short slant that he's been so good at tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 32-14 is your score. And we got a stoppage in play here. We got an Enterprise defender down in the end zone. Hey, folks, Spiller Furniture in downtown Prattville is proud to support the Lion Nation. Drop by Spiller and ask for credit, credit, credit. And there's nothing like buying furniture from your local downtown dealer. You don't want to buy it from Rooms to Go, places like that, where they're going to get it from some warehouse in Atlanta. It'll show up broken, and then you get no service after the sale. Spiller Furniture is the place to go, folks. Check them out today. And enjoy the game tonight, because tomorrow it's a weekend thing. It's fall. You probably got one of those honey-do list projects. You'll need Russell Do-It Center. They've got it all. Construction, home repair, landscaping, hardware. And they're open tomorrow to make your project easy. That's Russell Do-It Center.
Yeah, I love Russell, but I don't have no honey-do projects.
But
I do go there.
You just got would you do.
Yeah.
P. Ryan on for the point after now.
More like if you do.
If you do.
Yeah.
Could you do? Call somebody do. Hedgecock with the hold, and the kick is up, and it's no good. No good. 2:27 to play in the third quarter, 32-14. Lions breaking them off 6 at a time tonight. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 32-14 is your score. Your Sport Clip's most valuable play of the last scoring drive was a touchdown catch by Altarius Bates. A catch and run into the end zone. No appointment needed at Sport Clips. The legendary MVP includes a hot steam towel, massaging tea tree shampoo, and a precision haircut. Sport Clips in front of Target on Legends Parkway.
And when we get a chance, we're going to talk about that outstanding Prattville band.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
The halftime performance from Prattville band was awesome. Here's an onside kick fielded by Enterprise at the 40. Let's go down to Donnie Burnett for further analysis on the onside kick. Take it away, Steak and Shake sideline reporter.
Well, we got it by the first guy, but the second guy was actually the second baseman on the baseball team. Went to his left, made the field, and oh, well, hey, I like the thought.
Yeah.
I like the thought.
It's a swell idea.
Swell.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 42-yard line with 2:27 to play in the third. Lions up 32-14 now. Thornton, 4 receivers in the set. Drops back to pass, looking downfield, now firing short, complete to his big receiver, number 6. Completes it out to the 48-yard line before he is stopped. Well, that number 6 for Enterprise has been their man tonight, Joshua McCray.
Yeah, he's a big guy, too. A young guy, I think, but Bruner and also Skylar Henderson on the tackle.
Skylar Henderson Cisneros. 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats at their own 47-yard line as we roll under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lions up 18, 32-14. Here's Thornton, 2 receivers to either side. He drops back to pass, looking, has to fire it quick. He's under pressure. Under pressure. Now he's going to have to run with it across the Prattville 45 to the Prattville 40. On his feet across the 40 down to the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that young man showed some ability I didn't think he had. He may need to put more of him in the offense like that. Outstanding quickness and speed by Thornton.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line of Prattville now. 1:42 to play in the third. And Enterprise 1st and 10 from the Prattville 30. Good guys up 32-14 on this beautiful night in the city of Prattville. Joseph Thornton loads a shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. He's got his big man Robinson flanked to his left. And this time he's going to give it off to Robinson. And Robinson is hit and dropped by that Prattville defensive front along the left side. Willie Willis.
Yeah, Willie Willis came from his defensive end spot, closed it down, kept contained, and closed it down and made the great hit right there on Robinson.
2nd 10.
We roll under a minute to play in the third. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats from the Prattville 30-yard line. Thornton's going to load the near side up with 3 receivers and 1 receiver alone on the far side. Robinson flanked to that near side as well. And he's looking to that far side, to that trip side, and he's got him open at the 10-5. Touchdown Wildcats.
Just got beat deep again. That's our only weak spot tonight. We've given up 3 long pass plays, 2 of them for touchdowns, 1 to set up a touchdown. And we're aggressive, and I think people will see that, and our safeties especially, and sometimes they either miss assignments or just playing too aggressive up front, and it gives up some plays, and we got to tighten down on that.
You're right, Chip. 32-20 now your score, as Perry on for the point after. Snap and hold, down and good. And with 41 seconds to play in the third, Enterprise answers back. It's 32-21. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Lions football continues after these words. Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 32-21 is your score. Good guys on top. Enterprise answers back. Hey, the halftime band performance, we talked about that earlier. It's now uploaded on Prattville Live's YouTube channel for you guys that want to watch the band performance. It is absolutely an outstanding performance by our marching band.
You throw Toto and Kansas in there and songs from those guys, Africa and Carry On Wayward Son, and I forgot what the other one was, but fantastic, man. If you're my age, you're gonna love it. Of course, any age is gonna love it. They're really good.
Here's a return by Malik Smith, the 35, still on his feet at the 40, still on his feet, and pushed out of bounds along the Prattville boundary at the 43-yard line on the short kick from Hunter Perry.
Flag on the 45.
And there's a flag on the 45.
I'll give you a guess what it might be. Let's let our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Darnie Burnett, tell us what it's going to be.
Well, I hope it's the late hit out of bounds, but I don't know that that's what it'll be.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against Prattville.
How many is that? About 13 tonight?
All right, let's go to their touchdown play. Aggressive safety. You're exactly right. That was an inside zone, and he turned to throw the bubble, and as soon as he turned his shoulders, the safety took a step up, and the receiver on the outside just kept going, and he hit him perfect. And I just told Coach Riddle, I said, we need to put that one in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was very nice. That was a well-executed play right there.
No doubt. Hey, Michael Lolly's listened to us and watching this. It looks like he's got about a 100-inch screen there. He sent me a picture of it, but glad you're tuning in, Michael.
Edwards keeps it on first down. He's got room across the 50. Following blockers to the 45-yard line and out of bounds.
That's got to be near a late hit. They didn't call that. It wasn't much of a hit, but he pushed him well out of bounds.
He was past the yellow line over here.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get that call. So
we're only calling holding calls tonight.
Yeah, Hannah and I are going to get out of the way because that's twice we've about been killed. I'm going to go way down here.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 44-yard line, up 32-21 with 25 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Edwards in at quarterback, and he's going to give it up to Powell. And Powell shaking off a tackler, spinning off down to the 36-yard line.
Tackled at the 35.
A nice gain for Keandre Powell.
37.
About 8-yard pickup.
Second down.
Second down and 2
Hardman defended.
A long 2 to go for the Lions as we roll under 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Probably won't get this one off. That'll be the end of the third quarter with your score, Prattville 32, Enterprise 21. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Check that. 1 minute break coming up. Fourth quarter coming up when we return. You're listening to Prattville Lions football.
Brent Stevens here at Brubaker of Prattville. We're proud to support Coach Ross and the Lions as they restore the roar here in 2018. Now through the end of the month, we're kicking off some great savings with invoice pricing on the all-new JL Wrangler. Savings of $15,000 off 18 and 19 Bighorn trucks and 25% off all 2019 Jeep Cherokees. New cars, used cars, parts or service, it's always a better buy at Brubaker. Go Lions.
Man, Chip, finally, we got an E-Z-GO dealer.
Man, it's officially true. Prattville has it all.
Yeah, and it's not some just old fly-by-night operation or some dude selling golf carts under a shade tree. It's the real deal. Prattville Outdoors is a family business with 5 decades of service.
Let's go for a test drive.
That's a good idea.
Hey, man, I'm
come
driving.
on. Why should you drive? I'm the voice, you're the sidekick.
Come see our new E-Z-GOs and all the other great outdoor stuff. Highway 82, west of Highway 14.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. Fourth quarter play about to get underway. 32-21 is your score. Prattville on top, and Prattville's finally got an E-Z-GO dealer, folks, which includes all incredible Textron outdoor RUVs. It's Prattville Outdoors. Check them out on Highway 82. Let Frank and Ed know how you appreciate their sponsorship of Prattville Lions football on Dixie Country and Prattville Live's YouTube channel.
Hey, I almost got to drive one of those one day.
Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it?
Some guy wouldn't let me drive.
Well, you can't have everything, Chip. I mean,
I got the Hellcat.
You get the Hellcats, I get the Arctic Cats. Second down and 3 for the Lions here from the Enterprise 37, and Edwards is going to carry for his first down and more, cutting it back inside across the 30 down to the 26-yard line. First and 10 for the Lions at the Enterprise 26-yard line. Trey Edwards having a big night rushing. He's got to be close, eclipsing 100 yards rushing on his own.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And he's got quite a few passing as well as Kramer does. And most of those passes have been to Malik and Taylor Thompson.
First and 10 Lions from the Enterprise 26, fourth quarter. And here's a give to
look at that cut.
Powell inside the 10. Powell in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Keandre Powell from 26 yards out. Prattville answers back. It's 38-21. 38-21 your score. Your Sport Clips most valuable play of the score and drive, a 26-yard run by Keandre Powell, who's coming into his own as a running back and only a sophomore.
Yeah, first of all, you got to give credit to Stopoulos right there and Levi Lowry and Brett Cook and Ethan Biddle, Carson Hughes. Those guys made a huge hole, but Powell made a cut that you didn't see earlier in the year. And that was a perfect cut and just went right by, man. We're struggling on this.
We are really struggling on the field goal tonight. Incomplete. Bad snap. Hedgecock just got to toss it up, and we're just scoring them by the sixes, folks. We've got one converted extra point tonight out of 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns. Not so good, Al. Got to work on that. We're going to take a 30-second break. Prattville leads 38-21. More when we come back.
Buffalo Rock is well known for Pepsi and other great soft drink brands. Did you know that Buffalo Rock is one of the River Region's largest full-service caterers? And have you heard about Micro Market? Buffalo Rock is leading the region with innovation to replace conventional vending at many of the larger industrial plants. Plant management loves it, and so do the employees. To find out more about Buffalo Rock Catering and the Micro Market, call Mike Barnett at 334-394-4452. The Buffalo Rock family is proud to support area schools. BuffaloRock.com.
38-21 is your score. 11:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Good guys on top of the Enterprise Wildcats. Tylen Pirine now for the kickoff, and it's a short kick that's going to be fielded in the middle of the field at the 10-yard line. The Enterprise return man brought out to the 25, to the 30, and tripped up at the 32-yard line.
Well, I can tell you who's got the special teams award tonight is
Zach
Bruner. He's made, I think, every tackle on the kickoff.
He is fairly consistent about that.
He's done a good job.
Let's check in with Steak and Shake reporter Donnie Burnett down on the sideline.
You are correct. Zach Brenner has made almost every tackle on every kickoff and punt, I think. Wow. You know, I don't want to say it yet, but we got to start talking about Taylor Thompson as player of the game. I mean, our Buffalo Rock player of the game.
You perhaps are correct, sir. 1st and 10 Wildcats from their own 32-yard line. Thornton loads a shotgun, empty backfield, throwing it deep, this time into double coverage, incomplete at the Enterprise 30-yard line. I'm not sure we're going to get beat deep again tonight.
I hope not. I hope we let Trey Thompson kind of forget about run support and bubble screen supports and stays deep, because he's got the ability to do those things. But I'd like to see him be a little bit less aggressive and stay back there and knock those long passes down.
1st and 10, 2nd and 10 Enterprise from their own 32-yard line. Prattville up 38-21 here in the 4th quarter, just underway. Thornton from the shotgun looks to pass, fires it complete at the 40-yard line of the Enterprise boundary. The Enterprise makes a man miss out to the 48-yard line. Is number 2, who's made the catches along that boundary all night long, Kentarius Couch.
I think that was 7 there, wasn't it? 7.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Either one. They look about the same.
It is 7 over there, Shields.
Those guys can both run
Jacquez Shields over there.
Yes, he got by Brandon Butts, and that rarely happens.
Yeah, that 7 doesn't have a tail, does it? 1st and 10, Wildcats from their own 48-yard line. Prattville up 38-21 with 11 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. And here's a give to Shields, and Shields just about broke it loose to go all the way, but he was shoestring tackled at the 35-yard line. Moves the chains for the Wildcats nonetheless.
And Jacob Howard held on long enough for Mason Taylor to get him down, and it looks like we're coming in with the starters on the defensive front, as we had some subs in there, because they have the offensive line for Enterprise has been making a push here lately.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Prattville 33-yard line. Thornton to pass again, looking downfield, stepping up and firing into the end zone, incomplete. Again, double covered was number 6, Joshua McCray.
Pass is incomplete, intended for McCrary at 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Wildcats. 10:45 to play in the 4th quarter. Lions nursing a 38-21 advantage over the Wildcats. Wildcats down to the Prattville 33-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Here's Thornton with 3 receivers to the far side and 1 to the near side. That big running back Robinson is flanked to the left. Loads a shotgun, and now we've got either we jumped across sides or we were encouraged to come across sides.
To be motion.
Legal procedure called against the Wildcats. 5-yard
Is that Enterprise's first penalty of the night? Maybe second?
I can't recall many.
They played a fairly penalty-free ball game.
I can tell you this, if you get about 7 or 8 holding calls on one team and none on the other, it's just a little odd to me that one team holds that much more, and then they're passing about the same number.
Right.
But some teams are more disciplined than others.
I'll say. 2nd and 15 Enterprise from the Prattville 38 now, and the screen is set up beautifully by Enterprise, and it is brought out to the 25-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Pass complete to the 26.
Looks like we've got a player slowly getting up. It looks like Jacob Howard is going to hop off the field. He made the tackle. Zach Brunner's going to take his spot, but yeah, that is Howard.
It is. Coming off under his own power, but he is not feeling good, favoring that left leg. 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats. Ball at the Prattville 25-yard line. 10:34 to play in the ball game. Prattville up 38-21 over the visiting Wildcats in an all-important regional tilt tonight. Thornton's going to look to the sideline. Now he's going to call timeout.
Timeout Wildcats.
We're going to take a 1-minute timeout ourselves. Lions football continues after these words.
I'm Chip Powell with the Prattville Lions broadcast crew and a longtime customer of Billy Linham's Auto Save Tire and Automotive. Billy is proud to support the Lions Quarterback Club and all of the radio and live stream broadcasts. But the thing that he is most proud of is having a reputation for saving his customers money on the best brand name tires, automotive accessories, and service. Let Billy and his crew know that you appreciate the support of Prattville High School. Let Auto Save Tire and Automotive take care of your vehicles and save you money. North Memorial Drive in Prattville and locations in Montgomery and Wetumpka. AutoSaveTires.net.
Box. I mean, my toolbox, my vent visors, floor mats, seat covers. I want to get some of those step bars, you know, because my truck sits a little high, and when short people try to get in, they have to hop up in there and get that little step to do that. And
that's true.
They do spray-in bed liners. I'm thinking about getting one of those as well. And Jonathan Woodward, man, they do a great job. All those guys, Jeremy, they just good folks, man, and local people. That's why you want to. And they support Prattville Lion football for several years now.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Thank you, Blue Ox. Check them out today. 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats from the Prattville 25-yard line. Here's a Wildcat situation. They'll pick up the first down and then some. I believe that's McCray on the carry.
Yeah, I tell you,
down
man,
to the 17-yard line.
I'm Enterprise. I might do a little bit more of that because they got a decent offensive line. They got some strong running backs. You put Robinson and McCray in there. They're both well over 200 pounds, 210, 230. That's tough to stop.
From the Prattville 16, 1st and 10, and again McCray on the Wildcat.
Bruner stopped him that
Bruner
time.
reaches in and pulls him back after a minimal gain of 1, maybe 2 yards to the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from just inside the 15. Just inside the 15 of Prattville for the Wildcats.
Auburn 51, Jeff Davis 9.
I tell you what, I get more and more impressed with Zach Bruner each week as well, along with Jacob Howard and Mason Taylor. Those guys make plays, man.
Yes, they do.
Good linebackers, and they substitute in and out those guys.
2nd and 8 for the Wildcats from the Prattville 15. And here's Thornton looking to pass under some pressure. Throws it incomplete.
Who provided the pressure?
Zach Bruner.
I tell you what, you know, if we had an offensive and a defensive MVP, the defensive MVP might be Bruner tonight.
Wade White on the coverage there. Incomplete it goes. 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats from the Lions' 15-yard line. 9:34 to play in the ball game, and Prattville leading at 38-21. On a perfect night, it'd be 42-21, but here we are. 38-21 is your score. Lions trying to hold him out of the end zone here.
You know, Taylor Thompson reminded me a lot of Seth Knotts tonight. Very Seth Knott-like night.
Seth Knott-esque.
Yes.
Timeout on the field. Hey, we want to remind you folks, D&J Auto Plus. Phil and his great staff specialize in service and fast hydraulic hose repair for you farmers out in West Watauga County. That's the guy you want to go to get your hydraulic hoses fixed. And also aftermarket parts. Don't go spend money on these factory parts. If you got a part for a used vehicle that you need to find, D&J Auto Parts is going to have it at a great price and can even probably help you with installation. Laser Copy. Larry Laser. Print, copy, ship fast. Check out their Blessings Christian store in there as well. Great sponsor of Prattville football. And also U.S. Farm-Raised Catfish. Look for the U.S. Farm-Raised label on your catfish, because if not, you're just eating crap. And you don't want to do that. Not in my house, at least.
You know, my mama wouldn't let you say that. It's just not as good. What I would
No,
say.
it's there's no comparison, Chip.
Yep.
You clearly have not had U.S. Farm-Raised Catfish the way I've had it.
I do love some catfish now, but I've had to quit eating the fried, but I'd eat the blackened and the grilled.
Speaking of fried catfish, let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
He may be eating one right now, some fried catfish.
You eating U.S. Farm-Raised Catfish down there?
As much as I can get.
There you go.
Actually, we're in the middle of a conversation down here, and
I'm
you guys
sorry to interrupt.
interrupted
I'm
us.
sorry
But
we
it's
interrupted
okay.
you.
Hey, we're sorry.
Hey, it's all right, because I knew we were just getting ready to go back to football. That's why y'all came to me with like 12 seconds.
Your fan base needs to hear from you.
Well, Vic says, what's up? It's 51 in Fairbanks.
Well, I thought it was 51 last week, too. 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats from the Prattville 15-yard line coming out of the timeout. Thornton looked to pass, looking into the end zone. Now stepping out of pressure. Dumps it off to his man at the 13-yard line. Makes the man miss at the 5. Hit and dropped at the 4-yard line is number 7, Jaquez Shields. But it's going to be 1st and goal for Enterprise now. Inside the 5.
59 last week. I'm looking at the text.
Oh, 59.
Vic just reminded me.
It's dropping. It's dropping.
Vic Fairbanks, 59 today. Go Lions.
Speaking of loyal listeners, Vic has got to be up there too.
I think he might be the most.
I don't know. Jessica's been there a long time now.
1st and goal, Enterprise, Wildcat from the 4, and he's going to go in the end zone for the touchdown is, guess who? Joshua McCray. 38-27 is your score. And if we keep going like this, Enterprise is going to close the gap because they're scoring 7 and we're scoring 6 every time.
Yeah, that's true.
They have a chance to close it to a 10-point advantage for the Lions. It's 38-27 at the moment with 9:06 to play. Far from over.
I'll tell you, this game is long.
It is long.
It is still 9 minutes left in the game, 38-27 currently. Maybe 28 here after the kick.
The Enterprise snap and hold and kick is up and into the banks of the Autauga Creek and good. With 9:06 to play, your score, Enterprise 28, Prattville 38. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
See the Bates family, Jared, Barbara, or Mickey at Clanton Tractor.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 9:06 to play in the game, and Enterprise answers right back. It's a 10-point game, folks. 38 for Prattville, 28 for Enterprise, and we just cannot seem to put this team away. Brandon Butts and Malik Smith deep to receive the kick from Enterprise. Don't be surprised to see some sort of onside kick here. Seems like the only way these teams can keep their team scoring is to have the ball. Here's a short pooch kick. Malik comes up and Butts comes up and fields it at the 20, 25, 30, to the 35 to the 40-yard line before he's down. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett. Donnie, what's it going to take to stop this team?
I'll take a 40-yard start, though. I like that. I don't know, because if we step up in the box, they throw the ball. If we drop back, they run the ball. And I would give a steady dose of number 6. But anyway, I'm not calling those plays over there. David Faulkner is. But I know that we need to grind out about a good 6-8 minute drive right here.
Yes, we do. Take some time off the clock, put it in the end zone.
A little time off, but, I mean, there's been a lot of throwing tonight. I'm guessing that's why it's taken like 17 hours to play this game.
1st and 10 Lions at their own 40-yard line. Keandre Powell in the game. Edwards, empty backfield, is going to keep it himself. Across the 45, cuts it back inside to the 50. Edwards at the open field 40, 35-30. Trey Edwards at the 20, 15. To the 10-yard line and pushed out of bounds right there. Great run by Trey Edwards, 50 yards on the carry.
Yeah, we had a bunch set to this side, and right before the ball snapped, it looked like Enterprise was confused. They sent a guy that was loaded on that side to the other side. It just opened up a huge gap. Great job by that side over there. Stathopoulos at tackle. Taylor Thompson was over there blocking in that bunch set right off of him in the H-back position.
51-yard carry by our quarterback, Trey Edwards. 1st and goal now from the 9. They go. And Edwards wants to pass, and he's got Taylor Thompson. He'll walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Prattville. Taylor Thompson from Trey Edwards. And just like that, the 10-point advantage is extended back out to 16. 44-28 is your score with 8:42 to play in the ball game. And now for the all-important point-after attempt.
Now you got to start considering Trey Edwards as one of the players as well. He's had a big night of rushing, and he's got to be over 100 yards in both rushing and passing now, and a couple touchdowns.
Bad snap again. trouble getting it,
Watch
and Piron's
this.
going to have to run with it. Piron, the athlete, to the 10, to the 5, and Piron takes it in the end zone for 2. Touchdown. Prattville, a 2-point conversion, 46-28. That's how you get 2 of them back.
That's probably the fastest kicker in the state.
That might be the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Tylen Piron, the field goal kicker, would be running back. Extends the lead for Prattville 46-28. And we needed that one with 8:42 to play. Let's break away for 30 seconds. Lions football continues after these words.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Your Sport Clips MVP of the scoring drive was a 51-yard run by Trey Edwards to set up a 1st and goal from the 9. And into the end zone we go. 46-28 is your score. Sport Clips MVP treatment is something to encounter. Go check it out in front of Target on Legends Parkway. Now Tylen Piron kicks this one off, and it goes out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So Enterprise will have pretty good starting field position here. Let's take it down while they set it up to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, on the sideline.
You know, I just said before the break I would love to have a 2-play 60-yard drive for a touchdown. I think that's what I said.
I think you said just exactly that.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so.
And we did get some stats on Taylor Thompson. 11 catches tonight.
That's gotta be
I didn't.
near.
Do we have numbers?
It was
though?
fairly incomplete. I just know 11 catches.
Wow, that's that. I mean, that's like got to be like Prattville records somewhere too for guys that don't throw the ball a whole lot.
And he's got 2 touchdowns, I know, minimum, right?
He's got 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10, Wildcats now from their own 35-yard line, 8:42 to play in the game, which is an eternity in this ball game. And here's a give to Shields. Shields out in the open field, slips up and falls at the 40-yard line.
Trey Thompson with a tackle there as Shields tried to make a cut. He was there to stop him, but he got back by Trey. He would have been gone. There was nobody else there.
Nobody there. 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats at their own 40-yard line. Lines up 46-28. Thornton with the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. He's got Hicks in the backfield with him this time. Drops back to pass, looking, now firing over the top. This time nearly intercepted at the Enterprise 35-yard line by Brandon Butts over there.
Yeah, Brandon did an outstanding job there. If he doesn't underthrow that one, Brandon would have picked it off. He was in his hip pocket, and just a good job by coverage there. And then Ian Jackson was coming over the top as well as Trey Thompson.
8:02 to play. 46-28 is your score. Prattville on top, extending that lead back out to 18 points over the Enterprise Wildcats, while Enterprise has a 3rd and 5 now at their own 40-yard line. Joseph Thornton, who's played a great game tonight, loads the shotgun once again. Pistol package here for him, and he's going to roll to that right side, looking downfield, and now firing incomplete. Great pressure given by Will McQuiston there, as well as Ian Jackson on the quarterback.
Yeah, Ian came up for the corner. They left Trey Thompson alone in coverage and let Ian come up and put pressure on the quarterback. But I'll tell you, Ian Jackson, he is a spitting image of Boo-Man Moncrief.
Yes, he is.
Being a sophomore, and of course,
6'2", 190.
Derek Moncrief is playing professional football with the Rough Riders in Canada right now, and had an outstanding career with Prattville here, and went on to Auburn and Oklahoma State, playing at both of those schools, and now with Saskatchewan.
Yes. 4th and 5 now for the Wildcats. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Thornton drops back to pass, steps up, and he's going to be dropped. He goes down at the 38-yard line. A Prattville coverage sack.
Jacob Howard.
Shaking off that earlier injury and comes in and picks up the big sack. And now the Lions have a chance to bust this open with 7:52 to play. 1st and 10 from the Enterprise 39-yard line. Let's take it down to Donnie Burnett, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter.
Huge play. Great job stepping up by the defense. Offense takes this thing, puts it in, and I could breathe a little better. So I was talking to Coach Ross down there, and I think if we score again, we may go for 2.
That's probably the best thing. That will be more dependable tonight.
I like our chances.
With Pirine running the ball, I like our chances a lot. Just direct snap it to him, let him run it.
Just line up in punt formation and let him run.
Kramer on the give, gives it up to number.
That's a new back.
That's 25, Brandon Briggs, junior running back. Takes a shot right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now from the 39 they go. In Enterprise territory with 7:30 to play in the ball game. Up 46-28, looking to start to ice this one away if they can stick another one in the end zone and eclipse the 50-point plateau for the first time this season. Kramer, your quarterback, loads a shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And it's a give to Briggs again. And Briggs cannot break out as he is stopped again for no gain at the 40-yard line.
25 Briggs, the ball carrier.
Actually loses a yard on that play.
Gain 1, it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 coming up for the Lions. 3rd and a long 10, almost 11. Back at the 40-yard line, just inside the Enterprise 40. Clock on the move at 6:45 and counting. Prattville 46, Enterprise 28 as Altarius Bates, the sophomore receiver, checks in. On the far flank, Kramer from the shotgun has it, drops back to pass, looking downfield, and now firing. And guess who it is?
Oh, that one was a little
Taylor
short.
Thompson.
Couldn't come up with it. It was just a little low. Made an outstanding effort.
I thought he had it for a second there at the 30-yard line. It would have been another possession play, but now a punting situation for the Lions. They got a great runner at punter now. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, you might want to run this.
Just give him some room.
You know,
He can get to the edge.
I'd like to see the replay because I don't know if you're out there listening and hadn't had a chance to see Pirine. He is a heck of an athlete. I mean, to me, he's a starting free safety. He can really, really run, but he can punt and kick as well. As that punt was booming.
That punt sails into the end zone for a touchback.
Touchback.
For a net of 20 yards. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett, on the sideline.
That was a half swing punt too.
Yep.
So he didn't even try to kick it, and kicks it 58 yards.
You know, Donnie, I think one of the problems we had in our extra point in field goal tonight, I don't guess we kicked the field goal, but extra point. The first one tonight, the guy roughed him a little bit, came in and hit him. Pirine on his first kick, and I think that's kind of thrown him off. Of course, the bad snaps hadn't helped.
Well, yeah, that. And all right, go back, go Will.
It's Thornton on 1st and 20, sets up the screen, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage. They finally sniff out that screen, and Robinson goes for no gain. Go ahead, Donnie.
You know, we've been.
There's
a late flag.
Late flag.
We've been fairly successful at our PATs and our field goals, but part of that equation was out with Van Coor not in the game tonight, and you got a new holder. Van Coor doesn't seem to have a problem handling Kyle's snaps, but you know, Drew's had a rough night. You know, he's playing a lot out here at receiver and in on these blocking packages and things like that. And he's got to go in to hold. He's got gloves on. I don't really know what the answer is. I just know that we haven't made nearly as many as we should have.
Waiting for the flag call. It's going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Wildcats. And that
wow,
that'll pin them back.
Wow, that's like 2 of them on them now. Isn't it?
Yeah, multiple flags against the Wildcats tonight. Folks, Prattville Pickers. Speaking of flags, you could probably buy one at Prattville Pickers if you want to. They got 100,000 square feet of everything, from rugs to memorabilia to golf clubs to knives, to collectibles, and probably even a flag or 2 if you want it. Prattville Pickers are on US 82. Check them out today. Also, Prattville YMCA, great sponsor of the program and host of the greatest event known to man that involves grits. I'm talking about the Great Grits Cook-Off, sponsored by Gibson Tire Pros.
When is that again? I enjoy that.
It is coming up in October. I don't know the exact date, but you can go to PrattvilleYMCA.org and check it out. $2 wristband to get you in for all the grits you can eat. And let me tell you, some of the best recipes for grits you've ever had in your life there all day long. And Conecuh sausage everywhere. It's a good time.
If you put Conecuh sausage in it, that's cheating.
Well, I'd eat Conecuh sausage along with a piece of tree bark. And
That's
it'd be
what
all
I'm saying. You can't. You got to have it without that because it's cheat. That's cheating.
2nd and 20 for the Wildcats back at their own 10-yard line after the unsportsmanlike penalty. Thornton wants to pass, looking, and there's nobody to throw to. He's going to have to run for it. Steps out of bounds.
Yeah.
And now we got a late hit.
It's a good call.
It is a good call. It's the right call. And that's going to put him right back up.
Whoever it was, pushed him 7 yards out of bounds.
Right up against the brick wall over there, 15 yards off the sideline.
I mean, it's a young player that did it, and he's got to learn. But you just, especially at this time of the game.
Yeah.
Or any time really, but I mean, you know that they're going to extend plays, and you just gotta be smart. Just not a smart play there.
5:34 to play in the ball game. Lions up 46-28 over the Enterprise Wildcats, looking for their first regional victory of the season. And now it's 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats at the 28-yard line, their own 28-yard line. Now Thornton loads a shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. He looks to that far side and wants to fire. Fires across the middle, incomplete. Hit at the 30-yard line was the receiver, McCray, and he was not able to hold on to it after the big hit. I believe that's Mason. Was that Mason Taylor delivered that blow?
Looked like it. If it's
number 1 out there,
it's either 32 or 1 or 10. Those 3 guys are coming up hitting tonight.
3rd down and 2 now for the Wildcats as we go to 5:13 remaining in regulation. The longest game all season long, maybe in the last 3 or 4 years. It just keeps on going.
Yeah.
3rd and 2 now for Enterprise. Here's a bad snap, and it's back at the 18-yard line, and Prattville's got him bottled up. Bruner back on the hit, and here comes a flag, face mask.
Face mask, yeah.
Boy, we just keep saving them and saving them and saving them. Dead to rights back at the 15-yard line, but somebody got a handful of face mask. Incidentally.
Face mask on the tackle.
And that's going to keep the Enterprise drive alive. 5:09 to play.
I tell you what I like about Bruner, when he comes in there, he comes in with an attitude. I mean, I'm talking about he's got a killer mentality. Comes in, he wants to create pain on his hits. And you like to see that. That's a perfect linebacker mentality there.
A little Andre Bruce action in there. 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats after the face mask at their own 33-yard line. Thornton to pass, stepping out of pressure, now rolls to the far side, and now just throwing for the sideline. And at the 49-yard line, pass is incomplete. Intended for number 2, Kenterius Couch, but he was out of bounds along the Prattville boundary. Covered well by Marlon Brantley Jr. right there.
Yeah, I want to brag on Ian Jackson, sophomore free safety. He, when a quarterback starts scrambling, a lot of times you'll see young defensive backs come up, and he kept getting depth, and that's what you got to do, especially at safety. And he did a good job, did not let his man behind him. And great coverage.
2nd down 10 for the Wildcats at their own 33-yard line. Clock stopped at 4:52 to play in regulation. And Thornton's going to take his own number and go up the middle with it and get across the 35 to the 37-yard line. He'll pick up 4, but more importantly, the clock will continue to roll as we go under 4.5 minutes to play in the ballgame. Prattville nursing an 18-point lead, 46-28 over the Wildcats. Now 3rd and 5 for Enterprise at their own 38-yard line. Thornton drops back into shotgun. 2 receivers tucked into both sides. You got Hicks in the backfield with him. Thornton drops to pass. Looking downfield, still looking, now throwing across the middle. Incomplete at the Prattville 45-yard line.
And Zach Bruner laid a lick on him. But I'm going to tell you, that time Rodney Thompson was going to look like he was going to get in on the pressure on the quarterback, but got turned completely around. And I just don't see how you can get turned around with not being held. But Again, no holding calls, I don't believe, tonight against Enterprise. But at that time, Rodney Thompson looked like he might have been spun around by his jersey or something.
Impossible, Chip.
Or else he wanted to do a silhouette for no reason.
Maybe he heard somebody scream his name.
Yeah.
And he turned around to see who it was. I mean, you didn't think about that.
That is true.
The Enterprise punter, rugby-style kicks this one. And it's going to take an Enterprise roll inside the Prattville 20 down to the 15, inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. So with 3:52 to play, the Lions take the ball back at their own 12-yard line. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
All right. Enterprise has one timeout, three first downs. We can win this ball game.
That's what it's going to take.
That's what it's going to take.
I hear you.
So, anyway, that was Mason Taylor on that last tackle where y'all were trying to figure out who it was.
It was beautiful.
It was nice. And it was almost like when he almost knocked the guy out there earlier tonight. Same play, same result. All right, we got the clock stoppage, reset the clock. We got an issue right now.
Oh, 3:14 to play in the ball game. Prattville, 1st and 10.
We're going to pump it up, so.
1st and 10 at their own.
Hang on. We'll try to find out. 3:49. Y'all tell the clock guy.
We're adding
3:49.
35 seconds back onto the clock.
If we're going to go to 3:49. Tell him to put 3:49 on there if y'all can.
Hey, 3:49!
Thanks.
Is that good?
Yep, I heard it all the way down here. So, but he's not going. There we go.
He got it.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
I love that yelling, man. That was awesome.
Hey, I did get to see Milzer showed me the little replay of the uncalled fair catch. It was clearly a fair catch.
2 times he went like,
yeah, two times.
Anyway, we're out.
Well, there it is right there, clear as a bell. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, looks like it's not going to hurt us after all. Kramer hands this one off to Willis. He's pulled down by something near his face mask, but not quite his face mask at the 13-yard line. 2-yard pickup.
Willis brought down.
Clock on the move. Under 3.5 to play now.
We got some new guys checking in on offense. Jack Hallman coming in at wide receiver.
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
2nd down and 7 for the Lions at the 14-yard line. Kyle Kramer in at quarterback. And here's another give to Willis, trying to get outside and not getting outside at all. In fact, he's back to the 9-yard line where he's dropped for a 5-yard loss.
Willis brought down.
Not a whole lot of push by the offensive line that time, Chip.
No, they kind of blew that play up. You know, and looking at this play here, I'm not so sure I don't find single coverage and just throw a go route here. But you got to throw it quick. Can't wait. There's going to be some pressure put on him, but maybe looks like Enterprise is lining up in a 2-deep safety. And the wide receivers are wide enough now. Now they're going to cover 1 with 1 in the middle.
Kramer to pass, dropping back, looking downfield, still looking downfield, now firing. And it is incomplete at the 21-yard line. 4th down situation for the Lions. They'll have to punt this one away from their own 9-yard line. Not the ideal situation that you wanted there. You wanted to ice this clock and just eat up the clock and ice the game away, but we're going to have to give it back to them.
Yeah, got to give Enterprise credit. They kind of thought we'd run it at least on the first 2 downs to get that clock going, and they just lined up about 6 on the front and front line and just shut us down there.
Need P. Ryan to get a nice deep punt away, just like Riverbank's service. Riverbank and Trust service runs deep, much like this P. Ryan punt is about to. 4th and 12. Prattville punts this one away. P. Ryan from his own end zone gets up a nice tall punt. Fair catch called for. I definitely saw it.
Yep.
Although he did not make the catch. Goes out of bounds at the Prattville 40-yard line. Let's go check in with Donnie down on the sideline.
That one hurt right there.
Yeah.
I thought there's no way the kid was going to catch that ball. I was kind of hoping that he would try to, but then it takes the Enterprise bounce.
Takes a A 90-degree bounce.
Huge. A lot like Pratt Bedwell's golf balls when it hits the green sometimes.
Speaking of Pratt Bedwell, we didn't even talk about him tonight. Is he here?
He's down there on the other end. He ain't moving around a lot.
Yeah. So he got a blanket?
Here's a give on first down up the middle by Enterprise down to the 36-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. New quarterback in the game right now is Logan McCarthy.
A lot of new Lions in the game, too. 44, who made that tackle for Prattville, is Jackson Morissette.
He's going to be a good one before it's all said and done, too. Number 44, Jackson Morissette, just a junior. From the quarterback is McCarthy. From the shotgun, 3 receivers to the far side. McCarthy's just going to keep this one, and he is met with ill intentions at the 40-yard line.
McCarthy brought down for a loss.
Is that 90?
58.
58.
We don't have him on here.
Yes. It says it's no, we don't have a 58, do we?
We have one on offense, Jonathan Bowman.
Yeah, that's Jonathan Bowman.
We need to find out who that is. Donnie, 58, defensive lineman right there. He's made a couple plays tonight earlier in the first half. I didn't know his name then, so we need to get that young man's name out there.
3rd down 8 for the Wildcats as we go under a minute to play here in the ballgame. Prattville's going to win this one, folks. McCarthy sets up the screen to number 42, and it's dropped, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
I think Donnie found out who that was.
Donnie, who is that?
Or he's still finding out. I do want to brag on a young man that made an outstanding read.
Go ahead, Donnie. Well, he's trying. He's trying. He's full of static.
58 is Jonathan Bowman.
Okay.
Y'all were correct.
We have him listed as an offensive lineman.
Well, he's a defensive lineman tonight.
There we go.
It's whatever he needs to be to help this team win. 4th and 8 for the Wildcats from the Prattville 38-yard line. Last gasp for the Wildcats at long last. As McCarthy drops back, and now he's going to have to run for it, and he's got some room across the 35 and out of bounds at the 32, short of the first down, and Prattville will take over, and that will do it, folks. 46-28 is your score, and that's probably where it's going to land as Prattville now has the ball.
Hey, listen, and one guy I want to talk about is Quan Jones. Do you recall Quan Jones being talked about tonight? No.
Nope.
You know why? Because he shut down his guy, and they never threw to him. I mean, seriously, Quan Jones, number 12, I believe, is just – we hadn't heard from him, and that's mainly because they have refused to throw to his side.
There's been no reason to throw over there because there's been nobody open. Clanton Tractor, folks, Central Alabama's #1 Kubota dealer. And also I want to let you know about Central Alabama Community College. One of the greatest things you can have in your community is a community college. And the Alabama 2-year college system is one of the best things going. The newest edition of Central Alabama Community College, or CAC, is the newest campus in Prattville, in Pratt's Mill. You can get all your basics right here at home before heading off to any 4-year school of your choice.
Hey, I got a neat thing I was telling you earlier about Auburn tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn's got a new thing called Legacy Connect. I got selected this week to go, and what they're allowing me to do is go into the locker room and meet the player that wore the jersey that I wore, which is Chandler Cox.
Yeah.
I will go in the locker room while he's getting ready for the game, have an opportunity to talk with him for 3 or 4 minutes and just introduce myself. And I think they're going to kind of let him know who's coming, and that happens every week. Then we go and we kind of form a little line where they come out, where the fog comes out into the stadium. But it's just a neat thing to allow us old guys to experience a little bit of that. It's going to be
cool.
Neat. It's going to be neat. So I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow.
We got to pause quickly for 10 seconds for station ID here on the Prattville Lions Football Network.
That's cool. It's going to be neat.
Hands off to Briggs.
William Trawick in the game at quarterback now. Hands off to Briggs for a 1-yard gain out to the 32-yard line as we go under 30 seconds to play.
Donnie, did Trawick play quarterback for you?
All summer long, and was absolutely incredible. But then he decided to run into an oak tree with his four-wheeler.
I remember that.
And that's the guy right there.
That's coaching right there.
It looks like he's been put back together.
Well, he was, and he actually came back as a freshman the next year, and they went like 7-1 or something. So, I mean, that's a good group of kids, but key injuries tore us up.
We've gone final, folks. Your score, Prattville 46, Enterprise 28. Prattville moves to 1-1 in regional play, 3-1 overall. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back and wrap this up. Lions football continues after these words.
Hey, I'm Shane Spiller with Spiller Furniture and Mattress. We're a proud supporter of Prattville Lions football and glad to be part of the broadcast. We're located right in downtown Prattville, been here for 35 years. Right here in downtown Prattville, we have 12,000 square feet of great merchandise to help you be comfortable at the big game. Right here at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, we specialize in big selection, friendly service, and credit. So come see us in downtown Prattville at Spiller Furniture and Mattress, where we're proud to support Prattville Lions football. Go Lions.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179. You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
You need a truck. You got to have a truck. The best selection of previously owned trucks in Central Alabama is at AutoX of Prattville on South Memorial Drive. At AutoX of Prattville, they have Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverados, great selection of Ram Top trucks, great selection of Jeep Wranglers, and the best selection of SUVs in Central Alabama. Go to their website at autoxofprattville.com or follow on Facebook. Give them a call at 491-1045. That's 491-1045.
All schools and nonprofits qualify for fundraising fun at Launch Trampoline Park in Prattville. Check out the party packages at launchprattville.com and on Facebook. Dunk like a pro and raise money for your church or school. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline. Go to launchprattville.com and find out about toddler time on Wednesday and Saturday, Launch Fitness on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and the biggest blacklight party ever, Launch Ignite, every Friday night. The ultimate, the extreme, Launch Trampoline.
It's always a better buy at Brubaker.
Hey, this is Mike Cruz at Brubaker of Prattville. Come see us, all Jeep Wranglers, JK and the all-new JL at invoice pricing. That's up to $4,000 off on a Jeep Wrangler. Come see us at Brubaker of Prattville.
Hey folks, Brett Stevens, General Manager. It's always a better buy at Brubaker. Come see us today or visit us online at brubakerofprattville.com.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger. New at Steak and Shake.
Prattville with their first regional win of the season, 46-28, and proud to announce your Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game is none other than number 11, Taylor Thompson, who had a career night tonight, possibly a record-setting night with 11 catches.
We all sat here and talked about, we can't recall, I mean, think of the great receivers we've had, Seth Knotts, to Kendrick Moncrief, Courtney Smith, and I'm leaving out hundreds of them, I know, but I can't recall anybody making more in one game. Trey Edwards had an outstanding game, his best game of the year, but you got to give it to Taylor Thompson.
Absolutely. And then this game's been coming for Taylor for a long time. It's just you could see it brewing. He's got the height, he's got the speed, he's got the hands. Put it all together tonight. It was a great night. 2 touchdowns, 11 catches, easily over 100 yards receiving. But a great offensive night altogether. A couple things we got to shore up on defense, but a great offensive night.
Yeah, we're very aggressive. You know, that when you get to your well-coached and good athlete teams, Robert E. Lee's they're gonna test you on that.
Yep.
That's the program I'm talking about. Auburn is going to test you on that. So,
hey guys, real quick, Coach Butler's leading the prayer down there. That's pretty amazing. If I'm correct, Donnie, was that Coach Butler down there?
It looked like the Reverend. But
no, that was Coach Vineyard.
Yeah, that's what
okay.
I thought.
That was Coach Vineyard. Hang on. Wait a minute. I think they want to see something, Coach. I'm not, but we're going to let that go. Coach, congratulations. A lot better second half than we had in the first half, even though the first half was great.
Yeah, man, I was proud of our effort. That was the main thing, in our energy and our intensity, man. We obviously, I'm kind of, I told you this after game one, I'm kind of perfectionist. There's a lot that we got to get cleaned up. Special teams is an area that's got to get better. But, man, I thought we had a very good night offensively, man. You talking about overdue. We didn't play great that first week. The rain settled in the second week, and you played a really tough opponent third. Man, we finally had the success. I was glad to see those guys have worked hard, and their hard work's paying off on offense. Really good night. Man, hey, that's a region win against a quality opponent. Very proud to get it.
Yeah, they were a very good football team, and like you said, but we've been trying to think back. We can't think of a Prattville receiver that's had 11 catches in a game. Can you think of anybody?
Not that I know. I'm assuming Taylor. I wasn't really sure. I think he had 3 touchdowns, maybe 4. I don't really. Man, he's a great player, and that kid. I mean, you talking about just a really great kid. Works his tail off. Had an outstanding night. Man, I thought both our quarterbacks played really well, man. Only a couple throws. I think both of them wish they'd had back right there. But, man, I don't even know what our stats were, but both of them had great nights, man. Kyle can do it in the air. He surprisingly can do it with his legs, too. The man, Trey, what a great night running the football, man. He's just such a weapon with his legs. And he can provide. He's got a great enough arm, man. He can get the ball down the field and really hurt people. I'm just proud overall of a really good night on offense. We needed that. And there's a lot that we're going to have to go clean up. I'm sure you're going to turn that tape on. It's never as good as you think. But, man, that's 46 points on the board. I'm proud of where we're at.
Good deal, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Big region win. All right, guys.
Well, you heard it. Lots to clean up, but a proud night for the Lions as they get a very important regional win tonight, 46-28.